It took me a while.
Hello.
Yo.
What's going on?
All right, let's see. Where
Well, everything was actually pretty cool up until about 15 seconds ago. It's really weird.
The knowing smile.
The video looks crisper.
Well, you see,
Sure.
when you put the video in the bottom of the refrigerator in the drawers, it looks that way.
Not good, Don.
Sorry.
I feel
Womp
bad
womp.
that was the first thing I was thinking of, too. I just didn't say anything.
Then you should feel good.
No, but I still thought it, and I think that's a problem. Thought crimes and misdemeanors.
Yeah, I can't even stress like just how ridiculously upsetting that whole Skype experience was last week.
Oh.
Like I had
I
trouble
know.
doing the show almost because of it.
Yeah.
Like,
What I don't understand is everyone I know here and using other podcasts and listening to, everyone else, Skype has been so bad for so long, yet no other company has said, "Hey, the existing popular product is crap.
Well,
We
there
can
was
do this
Ubu,
better."
Don.
So, Don, here's the thing. To do this well requires immense infrastructure. And you just can't...
It's the same reason... It's the same reason people have been saying for years, boy, eBay sucks, or boy, YouTube is a piece of...
yeah.
Or, boy, the highways suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There you
I
go.
don't,
I'm
okay,
just
but I
saying-
mean, just keeping it to internet-related things here, like, you need infrastructure in the case of YouTube, or even eBay needs infrastructure, but eBay also works because it has the reputation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a declining reputation, but still, like, nothing else coming in would have the implicit trust of eBay that if you get screwed over, you're going to get your money back,
Right.
probably, etc.
Well, it just seems by now, with as long as that Skype has been around and
Yeah, no, but it's the
podcasting
same problem, though,
that you would-
because
you would-
they've
you would
been
see-
around so long and they're so pervasive that there's not room for a competitor to really come in and get a foothold. They have to spend so much money to set up that initial infrastructure to even work, semi-competitively. It'd be such a huge investment, and there's literally no guarantee. Actually, there's almost an anti-guarantee on getting a return out of that, because nobody's going to just jump off nobody in enough numbers is going to jump off from Skype to a new system
I
like
see what
that.
you mean.
And it's not like Skype wants us to use this for podcasting. They want us to use this for personal conversations.
This is a personal conversation that goes out on the internet.
although they are building an NDI, so they are at least trying to go.
Well, so yeah, I mean, like
around
they,
like that.
I think they would rather just use professional services. I mean, in their terms of services, we're supposed to thank them every 15 minutes of our stream.
Services.
Thank you, Skype, for not crashing in the last 15 minutes.
No, if only on for 2 minutes. Wait 13 more, and then then we're obligated.
Okay, I need to go to the chat because I changed something. I'm using a different codec, so I can try to squeeze out more juice on the streaming PC.
Every time you say Kodak, it makes me think of
Kodak.
Kodak, whatever. Kodak.
Well,
Kodak.
now I want to know what codec, Brian.
Also, the streaming PC is like 2 generations behind Core i5, so I'm using QuickSync, which is supposed to be the video core, helping do the compression. And then I've got 2 other streams going using just the processor. So just trying to free up as much capacity on this system as I can.
Gotcha.
It may not work. If not, I select the ones I can just restart.
Good luck with the mother-in-law stuff. I saw that on...
They took out her spleen, a part of her colon, her appendix, her
That's a lot of
gallbladder.
stuff.
Yeah, her gallbladder, and part of her liver.
And part of the intestines, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Do you want some food? Are you hungry?
Yeah, sure. I mean...
Okay.
What you making?
You can Grubhub
All right,
for
come
me.
on.
I mean, send it to me.
Oh, so
Smash
speaking of
food
Grubhub,
dependent. Come on.
I used DoorDash for dinner this evening. They just rolled out here, and like most of the restaurants in town are on it.
I know.
Unlike Uber Eats.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm excited.
No.
McDonald's does Uber
Oh,
Eats,
my
and I have
apple.
people at work that get Uber Eats for McDonald's. I'm like,
terrible.
why?
Yes, we must rectify that by making sure the center of the
God,
bowl.
You know, we're actually, if you think about it, we're being really rude right now talking over Don's conversation with his cat. We should probably stop until he finishes.
We are so
You-
terrible.
You raise a good point.
See, you can't do that with the Google
Yeah.
Hangouts.
But you can with Discord. You have I have more control. I could individually mute him on Discord.
You can do that on Google Hangouts too, last I checked.
Oh, I haven't used it in years, so.
Yeah, I haven't. I thought they were getting rid of it, actually.
Oh, well, they got rid of the live component, like Don was saying numerous times earlier.
Hangouts on air.
Yeah, which was lame anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Hangouts on air is really, it was a good thing for if you didn't have a software solution to do it manually or lack the technical expertise. Or I guess also if you lacked like the streaming bandwidth yourself too, it was a workaround for that since it was all being done remotely.
Yeah.
Like there is reasons for that to be a viable option to have, but it certainly wasn't ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
I'm so excited.
You just can't hide it.
I just can't.
You're about to lose control, and you think you like it.
We're gonna talk Transformers reveals.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to talk about it either.
No. I've been so busy, especially with my birthday on Sunday, and then Aaron graduates from like junior police academy tomorrow.
What?
Oh, cool.
Is it like is it like Citizens on Patrol, Police Academy 4?
Oh man, that was great. That's my favorite Police Academy movie.
It's almost like going to the police academy, but it's just like a 10-day program.
So it's like Space Camp.
High school kids.
But
there you go.
Crappier.
It must be a
because
Pennsylvania thing, because we have that here, too.
They have like 2 hours a day of PT, and they call them cadets, and if they do something wrong, they yell at them and get in their face. And
memories.
Yeah, apparently he liked it, though, which is... I didn't think he was gonna.
Builds character.
Yeah. I give him all the credit in the world for
what
doing
happened?
it.
So what's
I wouldn't want to do it.
What happened?
We're too old for that.
Yeah, too old.
Is that Don? Is Don Super Fire Dagwan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't he know he can just hit the button again and call back? I dropped you.
Oh, you shouldn't have told him. Should just acted like everything was fine.
Oh, there we go. That's Dawn? Yes, it is. Just tell him we felt rude that we were talking over his conversation.
You were having a discussion. You were talking to your frickin' cat.
We felt left out, so we hung up on you.
You were talking to your cat in the background.
Oh, okay.
You weren't having there's no discussion. You're like, Maxie, what are you doing over here, you silly butt? Hey there. That's what was going on.
Well, it's a force of habit.
It's like you were like boiling coffee to put it in your bowl. I mean, you were not at your computer.
I know. I went and gave him food.
So this is gonna be a good show tonight, guys. It's gonna be a good one.
So he stopped meowing at me.
I just drank some Death Wish coffee. I need to go make some more real quick.
Massey, will you stop meowing at
The
me?
impression I'm getting now is that Rob is actually some kind of stabilizing force on us, and when he's not here, this just turns into anarchy.
Anarchy!
Well,
I don't know what it means.
But
I like it.
It proves he serves a more essential purpose than Brian does, actually.
Yes, I'll be right back.
Well, I apologize.
We can do the show just fine without Brian.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've
done
done
it
it before. No one's had a problem.
You were just especially loud this time, Don.
Okay, all right. Anyway, what I was going to say before I was really interrupted and dropped, Matt, can you explain to me how...
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
That was an accident. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, Matt. Can you explain to me the Psycho Rangers so if I see them, I can try to help you get them? Because I know you really want them, but I don't understand how they're divvying them up at this point.
That's an excellent question.
I think
I
red
know
and black
red
are in a case together.
No, red and blue are in a case with Dino Thunder White and something else. And we don't know about black, yellow, and pink yet.
Okay, so we are
Silver is Entertainment Earth, and green was San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay, so we are getting at least a mass release of 2 of the Psycho Rangers.
If they ever show up, yes, they're already out in like Australia.
Okay, but basically, one set of 5 characters is so far split across possibly 3 or 4 venues. God, that sucks. Bandai is going to America is going
now,
to.
We don't know how the core 5 are coming out. Like I said, red and blue were going to be standard releases. We haven't heard anything, as far as I know, about black, pink, and yellow yet. Maybe GameStop. I don't know. Probably at least pink and yellow will be GameStop, I would imagine.
Because my GameStop has Zeo pink and yellow right now.
Yeah, I have all the Zeo there. They're up there.
To play devil's advocate, they may have to do this to get them out before they're done with the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like
time's ticking.
Yeah.
It just seems like
that was like Fun Pub all over again.
Yeah. But Fun Pub still waited like 2 years to get their last shipment out.
Well, it just seems like this is. I mean, again, you're probably right. I'm just saying it seems like this be what they would do is like, oh, we weren't good enough for you after 20 years. Well, have fun trying to get your damn Psycho Rangers. You know, it sort of smacks of that too a little bit to me. But I'll help out if I see them. I'll help out if I can.
I appreciate that. I'm amazed they did them at all. So we still don't know anything about Dino Thunder Yellow either.
You know, I'm not a huge. I mean, I like Power Rangers, but it's not my thing. But I probably would have got a set of Psycho Rangers just to have a set of Psycho Rangers.
Yeah.
Psycho Rangers out of control. Sorry.
Of course, then, at least you could almost redo the, let's see, what was it? It was the Lost Galaxy in Space crossover with the Psycho Rangers, the good one.
Except we don't have any Lost Galaxy toys.
I thought no, that's right. We don't have the Lost Galaxy Legacy Rangers yet.
Or ever.
Well,
I mean, we don't know. Hasbro won't pick up the legacy figure thing once they take over the license.
If they do, I'm sure they will start over because the Bandai female forms are crap.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking they're already doing Black Series and they're doing Marvel Legends, so they've got the ability to do it. And they know how much money this is going to make them. So them not, but you're right, Matt. Possibly starting over with brand new books that they create for multiple reuses.
Yeah,
but
I can totally see.
Yeah, but I can't see them not doing it at all because it's so close to being Marvel Legends and Star Wars Series Black.
Yeah, I'm not worried about not getting them at all, but I'm like positive they'll start over because. Like I said, the female bodies are bad, and line wide, the knees and the ankles are. Yeah, they're bad. Like these things fall over all the time.
Yeah, because
the Build-A-Zord is bad.
Yeah,
I kind of feel bad for saying it, but right now it feels like Toy Fair this year is going to be more interesting to see the reveal of Hasbro's initial Power Rangers lineup than it is for anything else.
You're probably right.
Because how often do we see like a wholesale manufacturer handoff like that?
Yeah,
of a long established line. Like, there's going to be a lot of interest in what direction this goes in.
I agree. I am super curious about what they're going to do.
Yeah, and I want to see what they do with the Zords, and finally having the ability to have more than like 3 points of articulation.
Quite frankly, as far as the Zords go, I just hope they keep popping out these little super mini plot kits because they're awesome.
So that Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad that's actually coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I've got the original DX toys, so I really don't need the candy toys. But
They look so nice, though.
I know, but for the price, though, and again,
But they look so nice, Don.
See, I've still got the Shogun Zord on order, but I saw the individual Zords, and it's like
Those weren't finished.
Well, I know, but that's $70 for these little small things. I just don't know if I want to put that much money into it.
But they're so nice.
Yeah, but I have the original Shogun Zord. I don't need this super mini
This
plot.
is better.
You know what you do need, Don?
Unicron lamp?
I need Tryon 3 as well. I need Solitude to go
The
Tryon
KO
3.
Dinobots in multiple
Oh,
colors.
I did see that. That is.
But those aren't upscaled, are they?
They are, I think.
Oh.
I think.
I saw them, and I'm kind of tempted by them, but I'm hoping they're because Jinbao is knocking off, and
They said 18 centimeters.
6 inches.
so that's gonna be about the
7
same,
inches.
really. Yeah, that's roughly about the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it maybe slightly taller, but not significantly.
I mean, they basically have a pink cinder sore, which just screams RC to me.
Yeah, that's or a descendant or something. Maybe that's Rat Trap's aunt. Who knows? But because Jinbao is knocking off the Generation Toys. I think it's Gravity Builder, but they're doing a really good job of it, and you get like 2 for like $70. So, and I've watched Ben over at Ben's Collectibles has done a review on Set A and said the plastic quality was really good. And
Yeah, I have Set A.
Oh, you've got
good.
Set A?
Yes.
I didn't. I thought you were getting the clear KOs that weren't that good. I didn't realize you were getting.
I got them too.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of want that Gravity Builder that Jinbao's doing the KO, but I would want it in the orange if they do an orange. I don't want another green Devastator. I don't want another green Devastator because I've got Giant. I got green. I got Hercules, and I got Combiner Wars Devastator, and I got Giant in yellow.
Do you have the Toy World one?
I saw that, and
that's in orange.
Yeah, but
it's a good price too.
I know, but here's the thing: as much as I like clear plastics, I don't really want that clear orange.
No. There's a solid orange one too, Don.
Yeah.
Oh, there is? Because all I've seen is the clear orange that looks more like an amber, which looks.
There's one of each.
Okay, because the only photos I've seen was the clear orange, that to me looks more like it's an amber yellow is what it looks like in photos. But Chris, I think you said clear plastics sometimes are really hard to film. It's going
to change a lot depending where your light source is coming from. So, Matt, Phaserbeak is in the chat asking if anybody has seen the Mega Ranger Super Mini Claw.
Why, yes. We forgot to hijack the show and talk about that last week, actually.
We were a little busy.
Okay, Mega Ranger is in space.
In space.
Yes.
Click on that, Don.
Galaxy Mega and Delta Mega both coming, and they will be mine.
What third-party transformer is at lemonparty.org? Oh my god! Hey,
why?
So, you know what sucks?
That is so
lemonparty.org.
That is so much better.
Okay, Don, I'm glad. So I made some third-party knockoff Red Bull from the Soda Stream. But I was looking at the bottle, and I can't tell if it expired July 3rd, 2018, or if it expires July 3rd, 2019.
It doesn't matter. It's still good.
It's all chemicals.
Well, here's the thing. So
it's just sugar.
No, it's not. It's sucralose. And sucralose does not have a long shelf life. So it does matter.
They say it's sucralose. It's just sugar.
So sugar lasts basically forever. Sucralose, don't last forever.
That don't last.
It's Red Bull. It's bad for you anyway.
That's true.
This is true.
Oh, okay. I got to address
delicious though.
Blade Raider.
That Toy World Orange Devastator still looks a little bit too on the yellow side for me. Yeah. Although it may just be the way it photographed. It's hard to tell because Safety Orange does not photograph accurately.
Diecast will let you know, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Now, Blade Raider in the chat was telling Paladin that we need a Dawn of the Day for Gridman. I can see it now. Kilo Dawn.
Yeah, that would be the obvious one.
Captain Don Iron from G.I. Joe. Guess not.
No. If I was Kilo Don, I could have Tim Curry's voice, which would be the most awesome thing in the world.
Hey, done about Maximize.
Which was the only thing good about Superman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Oh, Don, if I could hang up on you myself, I would.
No, the toys were good, but the show was just...
Again, if I could hang up on you myself right now, I absolutely would.
Why are you defending Superman Samurai Cyber Squad?
Because good things deserve to be defended, Don.
Is it better, is it better than SWAT Cats?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Blasphemy.
Of John
Blasphemy. No, I mean it was. I mean, I liked it. It's just the toy. I love the toys. I need to dig them out and put them back together again.
The toys are interesting since in the U.S. Playmates released them, but they were designed by Takara.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, the Great Man, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Oh.
I wonder if Playmates designed Exo Squad if it was done by somebody else.
That was an original thing.
Yeah, but that's I'm saying as far as just the design work, that's a lot more. That was a lot more technically inclined.
Yeah, you almost have to assume. You almost have to assume in the early '90s there was just someone at Playmates who had this vision or passion that they were going to transform what the action figure industry was up to that point. And in some respects, I think they succeeded because after that Star Trek line, after Exo Squad, more and more articulation became the norm, and Playmates was kind of on the cutting edge of that.
Yeah.
Them and Bandai with those original 8-inch Power Ranger figures, which actually predated Power Rangers because I have the Turbo Ranger version of that, which that would have been this is stamped 1989. Yeah.
Well, there was one of the guys I think that was behind the Toys That Made Us was asking for theories on stuff about what they want to see for season 3, and I suggested it'd be a variant season. The toys that almost made us, toys that are finally remembered but not quite the powerhouses like Thundercats. I said Thundercats, Exo Squad, Jim, but I think Jim was covered in one of the other episodes. I can't remember. Stuff that's real fondly remembered, but isn't like the nostalgic powerhouses that we have today. So this will be the toys that almost. Yeah. The toys that actually I think they said they're covering that in season 3. I think.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No.
I saw something. Oh no, it was a comic book. It was a comic. I was getting my stuff mixed up. I'm tired. It was a comic book that's coming out.
How dare you?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do an episode just maybe 3 segments about small toy lines like Exo Squad, just so that they can dig into the development history of that and get some of that stuff documented.
Oh yeah. Plus, if
something could carry an entire episode by itself, it would be still an interesting topic for collectors our age.
I want muscle.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean,
get back on your protein supplements there, Brian.
Yes, I'm getting plenty of protein. I'm just not getting.
Brian would also like a Mad Balls.
Yes, muscle and Mad Balls. That could be one episode.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have these lines, like me with Exo Squad,
Star Years.
Star Years. I mean, these
Which
little lines that
episode.
Yeah. That a lot of people. We all have lines that are minor, like me for Visionaries. They're nostalgic to me, but they're not something that's mainstream today.
I've not even watched season 2 yet, except for the Transformers episode.
Well, I don't have Netflix, so I can't on my connection. I'm just not sure it's worth the money.
For Don, it's real player and chill.
They were pretty good, except I could not build up any interest watching the Hello Kitty episode. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the episodes yet.
You are terrible.
I love the first season.
Probably am. But the good thing is I can always go do it. I think that's why I procrastinate. It's always going to be there.
It's kind of funny.
That's not actually true with Netflix, but
so I watched the Transformers episode, and I was talking to some friends. I'm who watched the show, and I'm like, I really liked it, except I didn't learn anything. And the general response was, "You've been collecting this seriously for 20 plus years. Did you expect that you would learn something?
There's always hope.
Yeah, there's always hope. And I'm like, I guess not.
Well, Paladin raised a good point.
Are you sure?
It'd be nice to cover Robotech. Just
How many
so
Golden
people,
Sue?
Probably.
Yeah.
But that would be a lot of untangling for them to do, like he said. But it's still, I would probably learn something from a Robotech episode.
Oh God, I learned something from every episode except for the Transformers episode, so I'm not complaining. I learned stuff from the G.I. Joe episode that I didn't know, and that actually surprised me quite a bit.
The Barbie episode is full of crazy stuff.
Oh, the Barbie episode was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was that one where they were saying they actually beat Jim to the market by doing Barbie and the Rockers.
Yes.
But actually, Jim was actually planned before they did Barbie. They just basically rushed Barbie and the Rockers to the market and beat Jim. Fun fact: a good friend of mine's wife collects dolls, and she has all the Jim figures. She took all the songs from all the cassettes and put them on a CD for me.
Nice.
As a gift.
Oh, speaking of which, Brian, the other day I saw a Gem and the Holograms branded karaoke machine.
Oh, that's awesome. Was it vintage or new?
Yeah, I was thinking. It looked relatively new. It was at one of the liquidation stores I go to.
Okay, so yes, I can get it for $60 if I want it. I don't, but
yeah, I think your kids need that.
Oh,
I think it needs to. I think it needs to go on the Massey attack list. Yeah. I think it needs to go on the Massey attack list.
You're smart, man.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I got a question for you, Chris. Yeah, I just reminded me. What's wrong with your Eagle Mouse ships? I mean, you said you were disappointed in them. What's wrong?
Did you look at the picture?
Yeah, did you look at the picture? It's kind of obvious for one of them.
Well, missing an engine.
Well, I saw it early morning,
that's just from that episode where they collided with Captain Fraser's ship.
Over and over again.
That's your problem, Chris. You didn't buy the Bozeman to go along with it to reenact the scene. That's your real problem.
Well, see, I saw it early in the morning without my glasses, and I just remember seeing it, being half asleep, because my CPAP machine hates me, and I hate it, and I'm going to throw it out the window. And
oh, hey,
at least you're calling it by the right name now.
Yes. Speaking of, before we start, I'm working my way through the original teleplay of City on the Edge of Forever. And I like the version that aired better so far.
I think I got a book around here somewhere that is basically like it's that with I think like annotation and some background information. I haven't actually read it yet.
Yeah, it's like
one of those things I picked up for like $2 at McKay's.
Yeah, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Even though the version that he won the Hugo Award for, he had to add stuff in that they wanted him to add in, like trouble on the Enterprise, because the Enterprise actually turns into like a completely different vessel with different people and stuff. But the episode that aired is so much more streamlined and more enjoyable. Of course,
that's good. Well, that's what a good editor will do for you.
Yeah, but I mean, it was rewritten by like Gene Roddenberry and other people, but just Harlan Ellison has been so vehemently anti Gene Roddenberry and everything after that. I figured, oh man, no, it's just that Harlan Ellison, R.I.P., who just died, was kinda paranoid. Is that maybe too strong of a word?
Eccentric?
Yeah.
Well, we're all eccentric in our oown ways.
Yeah.
Just look at Don.
I'm perfectly sane. The rest of you are crazy.
Okay.
Could be true.
Yeah.
It tracks.
Isn't that right, Massey? See, he agrees with me.
Yeah. But I like the version aired better. Even though Ellison, some of his criticism of it makes sense. Like, why would Dr. McCoy, who is a experienced doctor, accidentally, inject himself? Which is kind of implausible.
Maybe he was trying to cure a rainstorm.
Okay, so we good to go?
No, we know he can successfully cure a rainy day.
Right.
That's established.
Okay. Did Ellison have many bottles of his own urine? Very likely. Okay.
Malum hates their CPAP machine too, Don.
Well,
so there's some anti-CPAP solidarity for you.
Well, it's just trying to get used to it, and the thing just...
Yeah, I can't imagine I'd be able to sleep with one.
Okay. You get to
I have no trouble sleeping as it is, but...
We good to start?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 581, recorded July 25th, 2018. I am Brian Gilby, and with me this week, as I wear my Power of the Prime shirt.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or actually...
That's not on tfradio.net/shirts.
No, but John made a couple of new awesome shirts we'll talk about later.
Yeah. And it's easier to find the actual toys.
You just wanted to match Triplet.
Yeah. Triplet bought 2 of the shirts, yet he has bought 0 of our shirts.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah. But with me this week, it's Jason, Matt, Chris, Diecast, and
Hello.
Don. John may or may not show up playing Street Fighter V, I don't know.
I mean, that's basically true every week, though.
But Rob Clay is away playing what?
Gundam Battle Operation 2, which just went live today, I believe.
Okay, cool. Hey,
so look for content related to that on his YouTube channel, Flail-Throughs.
Hey, real quick, we're going to start off with a correction because we got a text, and I like correcting Don any chance I get.
RFC correction.
So from last week's Don's
Radio Free Corrections.
From last week's Don's leaving money on the table. Barnes & Noble already has what Don's talking about. So if you go to Barnes & Noble, there's a whole giant collector's toy section, including stuff that Don was talking about, like Gundam models and Sailor Moon figure arts.
But it's also 2 things. One is not every Barnes & Noble. It is kind of hit or miss based on what I've run into.
Yeah, but that's not what you said.
Right, I know, and you're right, and you're exactly right. But I didn't think about Barnes & Nobles because my closest ones is about an hour and a half drive in any direction. So I didn't think of that, but you're exactly right. So thank you for sending that in and reminding me of that.
That was John Garcia. So,
thank you, John. Appreciate it, man.
So I read it more. I read the text more angry than it was sent then because John read it. Because John capitalized. I'm like, holy crap, this guy's upset. But John is not going to be upset.
Yeah. And, like, for me, the only Barnes & Noble where I even know for sure where it is in Chattanooga, which is, like, 3.5 hours in one direction for me.
Yeah, my nearest one is God knows where. I have no idea. But also, FYI, It's a Done Deal is going monthly. Yeah, I think it's going to be easier that way.
Yeah, it'll be easier to have fresh content. It'll be easier for everybody to have questions as they pop up. Throughout the course of the break between shows, so that way, hopefully, going monthly, it'll be just more entertaining for everybody involved. And so I'm actually looking forward to trying out the new format and just seeing where that takes us.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. Anything else? Any other corrections? I want to. It's not in the show notes, but I want to talk about some. Let's just start it off here. So. Because I don't want to get too deep into it. So we got some feedback from quite a few people from the last couple of weeks about how some of us are down on some of the Siege, the new upcoming War for Cybertron trilogy. And, some valid complaints, totally. But basically the idea is, hey, you guys sounded pretty whiny when talking about... the reveals. And actually, I wasn't on any of the shows where you talked about them. So there have been 3 RFC extras in the last couple of weeks, episodes 43, 44, and 45. I actually thought that as they progressed, they got less whiny. So the first one, I'll be honest with you, 43, I had a hard time listening to. I'm like, God, guys, you're making me depressed. And,
well, it was making us depressed, too.
But episode 44, I thought you guys were, more or less pretty reasonable. Then 45, even though it started off with a comment from Rob that I'm not going to repeat.
I mean, there was some extremes reached in that, but I also think 45, we also kind of took it to a place where it's like, well, why do we feel this way, and what could we see change that would make us not feel this way?
Exactly. You nailed it. And I think as we progress into this, I think we'll see different things, and our opinions will moderate a little bit. I mean, people are like, well, why are you guys so serious about this? Because we invest so much of our time, thought, and energy into it, and we produce
and money,
and we produce.
Now, whether that's healthy or not is a completely different discussion.
No. It's not. We at any time somebody produces content like this, typically they have to be a little more obsessed than you are Not necessarily always, but typically we have to be pretty obsessed to do this. So
yeah, I mean, a strong level of personal investment in something, I think, it may not be an absolutely necessary quality to produce like strong, solid content about something, but damn if it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Well, and I said this on Twitter. I feel kind of bad I was so negative during the initial talking about Siege. It's just the fact that when you've been collecting as long as I have, and you've been through so many different product lines, so much different diversity, and this is what we get compared to previous years, it's hard to not feel let down based on these initial offerings. I'm hoping.
Well, I think there are things that are positive towards this line and better than what we've got. So,
well, I want the Magnus. It's just I'm going to apologize if anyone thought I was being too negative. It wasn't because it was from a place of hate. It was a place of just disappointment at nothing wowed me. So I'm sorry if my negativity.
Before we move on and get into the actual proper show, I think having those initial strong reactions, whatever they may be, is a really helpful stage for us to go through, so that then once we clear past that, we can sit and think about the things in a more complete fashion. And when we get around to the following Wednesday, we're ready to talk about it in a more a broader perspective and have more varied viewpoints.
And we'll talk a little more about this as we actually recap the information, because all this happened since the last RFC, and way more people listen to RFC than listen to RFC Extra. So I mean, if there's something that's germane to what we're talking about right now, I mean, feel free to offer it up. But if you want to talk about the specific releases, we'll talk about it here in a few minutes. Okay, so did anybody get anything this week? I finally got my remaining Terracons from Triplet, so I've completed Abominus. And he is, if you're watching video, he is up here behind me.
You don't have the upgrade kit for him, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. I'm not going to.
Does he really need it, though?
You can't see
mean, I think mine's fine the way he is.
Fine.
It adds the heads on the knees for
Center Twin.
Oh.
Hunger.
I'm just not a big upgrade kit person, other than City Commander. And Protectors, by the way, 2 upgrade kits I've got.
So like with Center Twin, like I don't know how do I want to have the heads flipped one way or the heads flipped another? It looks weird, but I'll live. But that's all I got.
I got the Wave 3 Prime Masters, so I've got Octopunch and Bomb Burst and Bludgeon Squared.
Yeah, I'll have those next week. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm considering myself basically finished with the Prime Masters, because, there's the ones that come with the Throne of the Prime set and the ones with the special edition stuff, but none of them have Pretender shells, and at that point, it's just like, I don't care. They're just little things to sit and take up space somewhere.
Yeah, the ones in the San Diego Comic-Con do absolutely nothing to me without their Pretender shells. I mean...
So at this point, I think with Power of the Primes, I am now done with the Prime Masters price point, the Legends price point, the Voyager price point, and quite possibly the Leader price point as well. I'm quickly growing more and more questionable if I'm going to even get the Throne of the Prime set, and if I don't, that's another Leader class toy I'm not getting. So, and I think I'm done with the Voyagers too. Unless some surprise comes up. So it's just Deluxe is left before I'm all finished with this.
Yeah, I just can't wait to be finished with it.
That's so sad.
I know, right? Anything else?
Not for me.
Diecast?
Yes.
No,
thanks to Donvoy. Donavoy? Am I saying that right?
Sean?
Sean.
Yeah,
it's easier to say Sean. Check him out at Donavoy on Twitter, because he sent me some awesome drawings.
Oh, the ones he sent me are better.
And this was my this is awesome. This was my birthday gift, so I really, really appreciate it. These drawings are definitely special.
And of course, I'm Death's Head, of course.
And
are you not Minion? Or Minion, whatever it is. Death's Head 2. The pre-Death's Head 2, Death's Head 2. Hey, Don, do you know that we're getting a Death's Head 2? Wait, we got it.
And then he also sent me the 2 last Dinobots.
Sweet.
Sean's an awesome guy.
Yes.
Yep.
I just, this made my birthday. and I think this was the only gift I got for my birthday. So
now you can form Volcanicus.
Thank you.
The only thing I got for my birthday.
That's because Brian never put your link.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
On the Amazon.
Yeah, I did. I thought I did.
I'm not sure.
Diecast list, didn't it? Uh-oh.
I thought you did.
The only thing I got for my birthday though is what I got myself, which was a 36 by 24 Vigo the Carpathian.
Well, okay, at that point you're just ripping
That's
off
the only gift you need, Brian.
This is true.
Yep.
It's in my
It's
bathroom.
the gift that keeps on giving.
We are like
Yeah,
the buzzing of
ripping
flies
off
to
Hey
him.
Nikki.
Yeah, true. But the oldest girl is already afraid to go in my bathroom because of all the stuff on the wall already.
Good.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
And then
Vigo is never a good addition for not scaring people.
T-Rex?
Yes, I had a friend at work who was moving who had 2 large plastic containers of Transformers. They're mostly all from like right around 2000, like that time. And he was in there. And there is a Power Master Prime in there. What else was in there? The recolor of Optimus Primal.
Oh, great. The universe.
Where he's
one.
like, is that it? He's
burgundy.
like reddish or
Yeah.
brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really liked this mold. I transformed it. Everything was tight on it, and
How much was it, or did he give it to you?
he was given to me because he was moving and he just didn't want to.
I'd take a T-Rex. Somebody offered it to me.
Oh, definitely.
But I have a whole bin just full of stuff, all from that era, like Energon and Cybertron.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, two friends independently gave me bins of G1 stuff. No, 3 friends. It was pretty great, to be honest with you. So, and G.I. Joe stuff. I got like 40 G.I. Joe figures out of that.
And then this also we talked about. I did not realize this was an upscale. This is
is it?
Yeah, this is the I almost said
Remaster?
Unique Toys. No. It's the Perfect Effects reflector. And they are upscaled a little bit, and they added a couple extra panels to fill in like leg gaps and stuff. And it was cheap. So
Who did that diecast? Do you know who did that?
Papa Toys. They're a new knockoff company.
Yeah, I've heard the name, but I'm. Yeah.
Papa Toys.
For you, Don. This is part
yeah.
B.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so tempted by them, but I really want an orange one. But with the Orange Toy World coming out for about the same price as those 3, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
And then the last one, to round off the KO stuff, is the KO of the DX9 toys that's upscaled.
Wait, that's the DX9 Warren Pocket toy that's been upscaled?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Not very upscaled, is it?
No, it's pretty upscaled. It's pretty darn upscaled.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Their Dinobot ones were pretty big to begin with.
The Dinobots are about 3 inches tall.
They're about deluxe. They're deluxe sized.
No, the
I mean,
Warren
at that
Pocket.
point,
The Warren Pocket, they're a little bit bigger than the DX9 Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they're not hugely upscaled.
Yeah, not
Like
huge.
30%. Yeah.
But they're well done. Diecast and I are now even on because I got him as well. So we're just waiting for their Grimlock to be KO'd.
Yeah, we just need some like good solid Voyager upscales of the Power of the Primes ones.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it for this week.
Don, did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a second 7-Eleven Optimus Prime. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God. I'm going to be driving up to Danville.
No, I got... apparently, Thursday when I went down to visit my aunt was Finding Gray Autobots Day. Because...
Oh, yeah.
Because I found... Jazz hands.
How do you feel paying $20 for a Scout-sized Transformer, Don?
There was some Dynanomics involved, so it was a little bit less than retail.
How do you feel wasting Dynanomics on a $20 Scout-sized Transformer, Don?
Yeah. Because I found an extra Cogman.
Where?
Ross.
For
$10.
I didn't know that was showing up at Ross.
I saw.
Yeah, so like Wave 3 and apparently Wave 4, the last night stuff, is filtering into the discount retail chains currently.
Oh, I hope they show up at Ollie's.
Cogman is a rare find.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, like there seems to be a lot more Wave 3 in circulation than Wave 4.
So, Don, just to clarify how the Dononomics works, to make you feel better, did you value Cogman at 15 and then drop Jazz down to 15? Is that how that worked? Or
well, the way it worked out basically is I went over to check across town from my aunt to check the Ross Marshalls.
Don, quick question. Don't kill me for asking this, and please don't. But is this the aunt that calls you Donnie?
She's the only one that's allowed to.
Okay.
Please.
We all have those relatives that are like, the special person allowed to call us by form of our name we hate.
Right. So, and just to say, yes, Brian, she is. She's my last major living relative, other than her kids, my cousins. But please, no one else call me that. That's reserved just for her. So I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have asked that diecast, to be honest.
Yeah. But I found Cogman, so I'm keeping him because I figured if mine ever breaks, I've got a spare. Picked up Wave 3 Bumblebee for $6.99.
Oh, that's probably about right then.
Yeah. I figured, I figured he looks nice. I figured why not. I also picked up, I don't know why, but I did. And I got Brawl.
Okay.
I'm still not sure why, but he and Megatron were there, and I figured, don't care about Megatron. Sold Mother Megatron. Don't need to see him again. Brawl's not bad. So I got a Brawl. Not sure why, but I did. And my last thing... I also got Predaking. That came from wherever I got it from. But I got Predaking. And I picked up... Yep. And I got...
Let's just say yes.
I got the Green Lantern figure, which is very hard to find anything Green Lantern at regular retail. So I got Green Lantern figure.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Jessica Cruz is good Green Lantern.
She's like one of the new Green Lanterns, right?
Yeah.
They don't matter.
I did see that locally yesterday and texted Don to see if he still needed a pickup on that, but
yeah, because she's like
late.
Did you wait until you got out of the store, or did you do it while you were still in the store?
Oh, no, I went home first.
So, but just for Jazz, I know he's kind of small, but I love the transformation, and someone said on Twitter, am I sad the scale was so far off? And I said, I grew up when scale was a fantasy, so scale doesn't bother me. It really doesn't anymore. Unless it's something that's supposed to be in scale, like the new Masterpiece, and something is wildly out of...
That line is supposed to be in scale, Don.
Robot mode height, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not buying all the figures, so it doesn't really matter, so... And the 07 Jazz originally was kind of crappy in retrospect. So
a Pontiac Solstice is not a big car anyway.
No.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's just a crime to sell that for $20.
Yeah, Solstice. It's. And this is why that's kind of why I'm not real big on Siege. Is the deluxes we're seeing is that price?
And but hopefully they're bigger toys in general.
They have more articulation, more paint. They're
more paint than
apparently a little bit less hollow than what we've been getting. So, I mean, there are things that are in favor of this new line.
Yeah, hopefully all that actually proves out to be true on the toys when we actually see production models of the toys.
Cool. Anything else, Don?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Jason, did you get anything?
Yeah, at first I was afraid that I would have to only be showing off my repo labels I got, including my ones for my fans' hobby trailer, so that'll be fun to put on. But then I discovered that there was a delivery today, and it is a delivery that I didn't know was going to be coming. Thankfully, Captured Prey got stuff in from their distributor. So I've shown 3 weeks in a row, but now I'm showing a complete abominous. So, abominous snowman.
Congratulations.
I'm about that. Yeah. I feel like I've accomplished something, really.
Yeah, Blot and Ripper Snapper are my arms, by the way.
I like the symmetry
should be.
Cutthroat. Oh, now I'm getting yelled at. I like the symmetry of Cutthroat more, but
you know what the really sad thing? I've still never put Abominus together since getting the last toy for that set.
It's terrible.
I only did it because I needed the space on my shelf, and the combiner was less space than the 5 toys.
That's pretty much the reason I do it. Yeah. So I also have a Blackwing, and I finally have my 2 Dinobots.
Nice.
And I'll be getting another Ripper Snapper from Big Bad Toy Store because I had one there to make sure I got one. So,
like the rest of us.
Yeah. Oh, I have an extra hunger too. So if anyone needs a hunger, let me know. We can work something out.
Cool.
Maybe you can cut like a batch deal with the hunger and the Ripper Snapper.
Oh yeah.
No, there you go.
Matt, what'd you get?
Okay, so I got the little New Age Bumblebee.
Nice. You like it?
Yeah, I really like this thing. It's awesome. The gun is freaking tiny, though. I mean, be careful, you're going to lose that thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
It's kind of like if you turn the figure upside down, it's gonna fall out of the hand. But yeah, it is a pretty surprisingly involved transformation for something this small. Diecast actually did a review on it.
How much was it?
What was it, Diecast? Like $25?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd pay $25 for that.
Yeah.
It looks like a nice little Bumblebee.
It is. And I found a deluxe space case from, what is it, Dark of the Moon, I think?
Where?
Yeah.
eBay.
I thought you found it on the shelf.
That is a great figure.
Okay, so Matt, you know how your Pterodive's spear cracked at the hinge or whatever? Same thing will happen with Space Case, so be careful with that anyway.
Yeah,
it is a thin, brittle plastic. It's not really tied to the color that it is.
Yes.
Sadness.
It really is. Yeah. But so since I'm not really super happy with, stuff upcoming, maybe I'll just go back to when I liked deluxes and, collect some of that stuff.
It's not a bad idea. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've had the conversation before. It's like, well, Brian, what would happen if they quit making Transformers? I would go back and buy all the Transformers I don't have.
Yeah. But I'll be honest, as much as I love the Pterodive and Space Case, the Death Charge might be my favorite coloring on.
It is really pretty.
That really nice. That Death Charge really works for that mold. It really does.
I should have bought one of those when Fun Pub was blowing them out for like 5 cents. With
and 20 shipping.
Yeah, that was always kind of the barrier, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Starscream had the Machine Wars box set. Starscream used that mold as well. I forgot about that. Thanks to JT Brown.
Anything else, Matt?
Nope, just those 2. I'll have a lot more next week because I just shipped my Big Bad Toy Store shipment today.
I hope there'll be some off-topic stuff in there. That's always the best.
John, did you get anything?
Nope.
Okay. Let's jump. Actually, no. This week in history this week, so we're skipping.
Because there was no history this week.
Yeah. Oh, I want to tell the story about the. No, I can't.
Okay, what?
There's a lady I used to work with who was really dense, and I'm not going to name the college that she went to, but it was a college that some people think is fictional, as in one of those schools that doesn't actually exist. It's just like a joke of a school.
Like you just see the commercials for it on TV.
Yeah, but she went to a school that some people didn't believe exists, but it does. And we were talking about history, and she said, Europe is where all the history is, and she was talking about how she went to Europe after school to find herself. And I'm like, well, joking, because I thought she was joking. I'm like, there's history in Asia. And she was like, I didn't know there was history in Asia. Yes, this person was my peer at the time, working in a corporate Fortune 50 company. I don't know what she's doing now, but yeah.
Oh, when you worked for Harbor Freight?
Yes, when I was working for Harbor Freight. I didn't know there was history in Asia. So, yeah, she actually said that. Hey, so let's jump to the big item. So, after that Star Trek Transformers crossover, I didn't think anything was going to make me happy again, because that was just the best news ever. But my God, Tom Scioli is going to draw and write a GoBots in color, a
probably
GoBots
build a paper,
comic.
the same joke he made with the Transformers versus G.I. Joe he did. He's going to do literally everything.
Literally everything. He's going to do a GoBots comic. So I was looking for the date. I don't remember when this is coming out, if we even know yet. But
I don't recall.
But yes, so just a reminder, he was one of the, I guess he did the art and did some of the co-plotting, I guess, for the G.I. Joe versus the Transformers comic from IDW, which was amazing.
Wow, does that mean we're going to like really need to focus on this comic to be able to understand what's going on?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so weird that they're going to be able to do that because, we've talked in the past about GoBots has a very odd licensing mix-up between names and visual presentation.
Yeah, so the designs are owned by Bandai, and GoBots, the intellectual property in the US, is owned by Hasbro. So I guess they have to have the licensing for both, and then probably some weird agreement to make this happen. But yet they chose to do this and not a Dungeons and Dragons comic. So that just made me
Tom
happy.
Scioli Dungeons and Dragons comic could probably be a trip.
Only if it's in the animated series universe. We need the animated series universe.
Yeah. But this is amazing. I just cannot wait.
Yeah, that was certainly not the comic news I expected to hear.
No.
When that popped up,
like,
and then I was
nothing
putting
else.
The show notes together. It's just like there's nothing else that can be the big news for this week. I don't care what Comic-Con just happened; it has to be that.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Well, there was some speculation that this might be what we see while they're ramping up for the next, version of whatever Transformers ends up being.
This does not cross over with Transformers in any way. This is its own thing.
Well, that's
Or at least not yet.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're done with the Hasbro verse in comics for a while.
Yeah, that sure was a well-used 2 years.
Yeah.
But this really could be some interesting backstory on the history of Gobatron, how because a lot of people forget that they are actually cyborgs, not actually pure robots. They're actually there's actually living brains and in there, so it's going to be interesting to see them look at that from that standpoint.
Don, what I love about this is, as you say stuff like that, it reminds me that I know absolutely nothing about GoBots. I mean, I watched it as a kid, and I couldn't tell you a thing about it except for the names of the characters. So I am super excited.
Well, towards the end of the series, when they got into the first Renegade and all that kind of stuff, they started getting a little more into the history, but then the show ended, so you didn't get a whole lot, but you got some early history of the GoBots. But this will be a real good way to see how everything progressed up to that point.
So what I really hope is this is for GoBots fans what the Dreamwave miniseries was for Transformers fans, so that there'll be some that love it and some that just hate it because it's terrible. I can't wait for the scene with the dull surprise when Puzzler shows up. That's gonna be so great. So great. But yeah, Tom Scioli's doing a GoBots comic. That is amazing. There's some great stuff coming from IDW.
Yeah. The one reason I never read the Transformers versus G.I. Joe, even though y'all really recommended it, was the artwork. Not all of us. That artwork is just so
I love it
out there. I'm hoping this image that we're seeing is indicative of the way it looks in the book.
I'm sure it is. Hey, so, okay, let's go ahead and move to the SDCC stuff. We'll start off with the toys, the reveals. So if you want to complain, this is the time to do it.
No, we love it all.
Yeah, so COG. So COG is, I guess, a parts former?
So they're calling part of the deluxe assortment weaponizer class.
So COG is basically BMOG.
Yeah. Functionally, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, from the pictures of the display, the diorama that they put together with the cog parts actually in use, I actually think it's really cool the versatility you can get out of that, because you can use it as a basis, it looks like, to plug in other weapon accessories. So you could like really load something up using cog as a staging platform around another toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a parts former like this is the best way to do it, hands down, I think.
Well, it looks a lot better than I expected. I mean, it's got a decent robot mode and a decent vehicle mode. So even if I don't pull it apart and use it as guns and the other features, because I haven't seen the photos of that yet, this looks great to me. I would definitely buy this just based on it being a deluxe class transformer.
And he'll make
Go ahead,
and he'll make a nice companion piece to the Fortress Maximus that we all already have. And just because it's COG, and whoever thought we would ever get a deluxe COG, I'll pick this one up.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I guess we can get into this more a little bit later, but like one of the things I am really positive about for the Siege line is the line-wide weapon interactivity customizability play pattern, and this is built exactly to extend that even farther. So I'm like all in on this, and to Diecast's point, it's really easy for this to have an equally good-looking robot and vehicle mode, since one is literally just the other laying down on its face.
So what happened to Transformers just having melee weapons?
Actually, I believe he's laying down on his back.
Oh, thank you. I apologize.
Remember when Transformers just had like clubs and stuff for a while?
Yeah, I mean the Dinobots were all famous for their swords.
But like I guess, was it animated where everything basically just had like some sort of club or a mace or some sort of? There was a period in time.
Yeah, animated leaned more into non-gun kind of weapons.
But now we have toys that are just guns.
Yeah. But that's where Magnus first carried a hammer, and has kind of been a feature of most Magi.
But this one doesn't have a gun. He has a gun. He has a big gun.
Yeah.
Big gun.
So this looks like it is a retool of Optimus, right?
No. It is 100% a new core truck.
Every single aspect of it, even down to the interior. That's weird.
Yeah. They made a whole new cab robot to be the core of this Magnus, probably more for cost considerations than anything else.
It's simpler, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look close at the vehicle mode, the cab vehicle mode picture by itself, you can see like the forearms are just pointing straight back.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I love this Magnus, and I'm going to get it. The only thing that's a little weird to me is the fact that it's almost like an RID vehicle.
I like that.
So D1 in the robot mode. I'm still gonna get it. I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm just saying, like, till I get it in hand, I still don't know how I feel about it.
I like that callback, and knowing that there's an Optimus Prime in the leader class as well, I'm kind of hoping it's an Armada homage.
Ooh.
If they're going to do the thing where it combines with a trailer to form a super robot, I mean, that'd be a good way to go.
Ooh. I love it.
I just can't help but notice that there's aspects of that cab that look suspiciously like Thunderclash.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
It would require some alternate parts, but yes, I could finally get my Thunderclash.
Yeah, I think they could. I've been looking and studying these stock photos, and I think they could do it with a minimum of new parts.
Yeah.
Basically, just having the robot transform backwards to simplify it a lot. So you don't have the window chest. I think there is a way to make this, without putting a whole ton of new stuff in it, transform and actually look like Thunderclash without having it transform and combine with the trailer.
Yeah.
And
now that
you could replace that with a battle platform.
Yeah. Of course, I would finally get the Thunderclash in the line where I despise the paint choices. I mean,
I know, right?
now that you say that, I hate that I didn't see that earlier, but I could totally see that being a Thunderclash.
I don't see my Thunderclash anywhere, but I have my Machine Wars Optimus Prime within, I can touch it, and it definitely looks like that.
I'd be kind of down if the Optimus Prime that we're anticipating in the leader class from those Amazon listings is based on Machine Wars Optimus, and they're just doing that retool that way first.
Well, that would simplify things. I mean, potentially. Because if you just do the battle platform, you already have it, and just repaint it for Thunderclash.
Exactly.
So the Micromaster Patrols, now instead of 4 robots, they're 2, but they're larger.
Called it. Totally called.
But they're much.
Yeah,
they're a good deal bigger though than Micromasters were, so I'm fine with that.
You know, on one level, I think I probably would have been a little happier getting Micromasters about the same size as original Micromasters and getting more of them at once.
Are these the ones that turn into weapons or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just combining the weapons too.
I'm just kind of glad I was wrong and it's not the tiny Turbo Titan thing.
Well, that would have been great.
I'm glad you were wrong about that too.
So if we get a Hot Rod Patrol, as long as we get a Big Daddy, that's all I care about.
Now, Phaserbeak said, what if the leader class Optimus was Fire Convoy? As much as I love that, if they're going to do this whole War for Cybertron stuff, it would be Cybertron Optimus they would use as like space fire truck or whatever it was. So
I would be super surprised if this design team did Optimus as anything other than a tractor trailer.
But so as far as
I would so be about seeing a Cybertron Optimus homage in the new style. That would be actually really interesting.
So as far as the
that'd be better towards the air quotes Cybertronian mode too. Mode.
So as far as the Micromasters go, we get the Autobot Battle Patrol, we get the Rescue Patrol. And
I will get the Rescue Patrol just for stakeout.
Yeah, and the Race Car Patrol. So
I'll pick up all of these, honestly.
Yeah.
I am liking the Micromaster and Battlemaster price points. I will admit that.
So Battlemaster Lionizer, which is a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Instead of a gun.
Yeah, one of the things they were saying during the panel presentation, I think, was that the Battle Masters are based both on Target Masters and Action Master partners, and bringing the two concepts together, which is partly why they have a new, unique group name.
Yeah, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
So let's see here. What other? What else do we get?
Well, you went past Chromia.
Well, no. So, but I guess let's go ahead.
Yeah. Just skip right past Chromia. That's nobody
needs
to see that.
We have an Ironhide who could easily be retooled into a Cup. It looks like.
No, he was Cup.
Well, I've seen flashes of Snowcat and Red Alert, Cybertron Red Alert, there was one other one I've seen.
Snowcat,
Toe Line.
Yeah.
But it's very versatile here. The reason we mentioned Cup is because the actual, I guess, the hood and the windshield of the vehicle is just
very similar
to Cup. Yeah. So
I'll be honest, I'm perfectly fine with my Titans Return Cup.
Yeah, I've got enough cups.
Yeah, we don't.
Our cups runneth over.
I need to do that.
We don't really need a new cup, but there's worse places to start for an Ironhide. I think
our use of that pun runneth over.
Thank you.
So Chromia.
Yeah.
So what's up with Chromia?
All the wrong decisions all at once.
Yes, agreed.
It just flames shooting out of my head.
We're gonna reserve our license to be like wholesale negative here for this, if nothing else.
So it's because
they took a toy that was completely and utterly compromised to be a combiner and retooled it very slightly and took away the only reason for it to be that compromised. It is not a combiner anymore.
And there's still a combiner out there with Elita 1 that needs appropriate teammates instead of sticking a Jazz or a Retgar or some other combiner war figure on this figure. Elita 1 needs her own team to be properly decked out, and they remake the figure that could at least get you one more figure closer and to not even be able to do the thing she was designed to do in the first place.
That is a mess, isn't it?
And while they were redoing some parts, they kept the same basic shape, so it's still pretty much a clone of Moonracer and what Firestar is going to be, instead of getting any kind of variation in there whatsoever on the vehicle modes.
I mean,
I'm trying not to be negative because I've already covered the negative stuff. Believe me, I went into great detail. But there are some decisions here that just make me scratch my head.
Yeah,
this is one of, I don't want to say this. I got to say this. This is one of the stupidest things I have seen them do to a mold. I mean, they'll re-release other molds with paint jobs and new heads to fill out a wave, which is fine. But when you have a combiner that needs more parts, and you take a part away,
it doesn't need more parts.
Well, I don't think combiners is a part of this line going forward, Don.
Yeah,
right. But including characters in these waves that would let you complete that previous series character is something of a tidbit they would done in the past. It's like on Legends class Megatron having the grooves to fit in Masterpiece Starscream's hands.
That was a very different development team, though, Don.
Yeah,
right. But I'm saying there is some precedence, but it's just it seems like it's just taking a character, remaking them, and then taking away the functionality that would have been a great Easter egg for the fans who want these characters to be together.
So I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I agree it wasn't probably the smartest choice to take a mold that's meant to be a combiner and not have it do that. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I don't feel like I have a combiner that now doesn't have a leg or an arm because they
not
did
anymore
this.
than you did before.
Yeah. I mean,
no. What I'll say about this is, while I'm very happy to stick with the motorcycle Chromia I've owned since 2014, it's good that this option will exist for people who maybe don't have the access to go back and get one of those now to have a representation of the character. I would like it. I'd be more interested in buying it potentially if it was a combiner, although I'm not a fan of the super detailing they added to 90% of the parts.
And I am just glad to see one of the female Autobots getting another modern toy. This is our second Chromia in 4 years?
5 by the time this comes out.
Okay, but still that's pretty unheard of up to this point.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I think this is a miscalculation, but I'm not going to get upset over it because I don't really care about, hate to say it, but I don't really care about this is terrible, but non-canonical G1 combiners. Like when you give me the option to make new combiners, that's great that I have the versatility, but I don't get upset because I don't get, another limb. I will just take one of the many Combiner Wars toys that I already have and throw it on.
Yeah, because at this point you could take Elita 1, the Walgreens Wreck-Gar, Jazz, and the 2 female Autobots that do have combiner ports and make a complete combiner together with them. It's just not an all-female Autobot combiner.
That makes absolutely no sense to be grouped together.
You're right. You're
exactly.
not wrong.
Yeah, it's just in
that's why it bothers me.
Okay.
Yeah, and Matt and I are on the same. I think Matt and I are on the same page on this.
Yeah.
There are so few female Autobots, more now than ever, but
most of whom still need toys.
Yeah, but it's just you're.
I feel like we're beating a dead horse here.
Sometimes.
So, but yeah, let's see what else came out. Hound.
This is one of my favorite. I love it.
Really?
I can't wait to get.
I saw somebody digibash this into an Iron Fist / Fistatron, and I want that so bad. That is the only problem I have with these figures is the deco choices and reuses of characters they've gone with. If they would have gone and made these Euro G1, G2 figures, I would be all about this stuff.
That'd be fun.
So, this Hound doesn't do anything for me, but that's okay.
I like it.
I don't dislike it.
I just don't like the paint.
I don't dislike it. I think it was Rob that mentioned that Classics Hound is so great, but that that came out 10 years ago. But I have it. I bought it 10 years ago.
It's still good.
Yeah, but a kid that's maybe now 12.
Yeah, exactly.
A 35-year-old kid who doesn't have it.
Same principle with Chromia, and this looks like a perfectly solid toy.
It looks fine.
It's just most of us don't have a reason to be interested in it, and I think that's kind of the problem we're running into as we get deeper in this.
So whoever,
and maybe they're doing with this line what they should have done with the previous line, and they're actually giving us what it's supposed to be, or the more recognizable character first, and then they can do the repaint into something obscure, which is really, that's something that we would have preferred in the last trilogy, and now we may be getting that, because they're going to reuse these molds.
Yeah,
that...
More likely than not, yeah. I mean, Jazz still hasn't had retool pop up, but there's always outlier cases like that.
There's always an exception, yeah.
So the thing about Generations that gets me, and I think Rob actually mentioned this in the extra, is like classics came out to like scratch an itch of nostalgia for people who wanted these characters, and they kind of just didn't stop. Yeah, I mean, it was periods when it was frozen because of movie stuff and whatever, but now we're just getting the same characters over and over again. I don't know. I'm
because people keep buying them, Brian.
It's like we're getting classics for classics now.
Classics for classics. But I missed when the main line had new characters. And this is the main line.
I mean, I missed when we were in Combiner Wars and we were getting, Alpha Bravos and Rooks and Off-Roads, like subtly folding in. I mean, everybody complained to high hell about that happening instead of getting the classic Combiner characters, which on one level,
we got them.
Don't get me wrong, but I also like that they were, quietly folding in some new faces, some new designs, some new ideas into the classics thing.
And we may get that. We may get that. So I don't want to complain to that about this line because it's so early in the line. Who's to say we're not going to get new characters?
What was the last new character, like at the deluxe scale, that we got in Generations? It was in Combiner Wars, right?
Rook.
Yeah, in Combiner Wars.
Well, no, I mean, like, Nautica, if you count the box sets, is a new character developed in the IDW comics.
Yeah, that's true.
Those box sets were not easy to get. I generally, was thinking mass retail would have been...
Yeah, no, I mean that's a more fair starting point. I'm just saying, like, there is some representation a little bit later on than Combiner Wars.
I'm even fine, having mostly retread characters with new stuff interleaved in, but I want them to actually interleave those characters in instead of getting another Hound or another Prowl. Or
Slash.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that I said it's a deluxe scale, but that's fair. That's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Cinder Sword,
Well, Cinder Sword was a FireCon. They just heavily reinterpreted to reuse the mold.
Okay, because the name doesn't...
I mean, in some cases, I think that's also valid.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes a reinterpretation is as good as a new character, especially if in your head you can just easily separate one from the other. As for that Hound, meanwhile, like, show me what the recolor or retool of that's going to be. I'll probably be interested in that.
Yeah, but that's a lot of stuff. We'll see more at New York Comic Con, I guess.
Probably,
or in Weibo here in the next couple of days.
I mean, they didn't have New York Comic Con last year, proper.
No, they did something.
They didn't have the event.
No, they showed us Predacon Hot Wings at New York Comic Con last year.
That was when you signed up for the interview. That was during New York Comic Con. They had a couple things on the table.
No, they live streamed Predaking Hot Wings.
Oh yeah, but that was on that was like the previous year when they showed the leg of Trypticon.
Yeah, but I mean they had a full presence at New York Comic Con last year.
Well, yeah, not as much as they had previous years.
That's true.
They were probably also pretty deep in development of War for Cybertron Siege at that point and couldn't really talk about it yet. So.
No, they were just gearing up for HasCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, HasCon, yeah. HasCon was last
year.
But
I think New York Comic Con, we finally saw the Wave 2 Dinobots in finished plastics.
Terracons,
and then
I think.
The Terracons... Oh, yeah, you know what? I think they showed the Terracons at New York Comic Con, showed the Dinobots and Volcanicus at HasCon, because there was like an invitational thing where you could go and handle a assembled prototype of Volcanicus.
Oh, no,
yeah.
A puppy.
A puppy would have been fun, too.
Yeah. Hey, so we are getting Bumblebee Volume 2, so there's Volume 1, which included...
that's the STCC.
Yeah, included the Dino cassettes and the... basically the first studio series Bumblebee, that's kind of crap. So there's Volume 2, which includes the same dyno cassettes in a different deco, but also a golden Volkswagen Bumblebee, which it's available from pre-order from like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store, which I've already pre-ordered it. It's like $65.
I think it's an exclusive to Entertainment Earth, actually.
I got it from Big Bad Toy Store.
Well, okay.
So
Volume 2 is an exclusive to...
Big Bad had it for pre-order.
Well, we thought it was.
Yeah, at the time, it looked like it was.
I'm gonna have to get this.
Yeah.
Is this the gold plastic that we have to worry about?
I don't care.
Hopefully not.
If it breaks, I don't care. I just care about
the gold plastic we have to worry about for at least like 6 months.
It's the dyno cassettes that I want.
I just want to know if I buy it to do a review and it just snaps in my hand.
Well, you'll get more views that way.
Yeah. Good for the clicks.
Yeah. Just put a good thumbnail on it, like, well, I don't know. And more people will watch it. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's going to come out in, was it September?
October.
Let me see if I can pull it up on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm pretty sure it's still there.
Oh, this wasn't at Comic-Con to purchase?
No.
So Night Sword is suggesting that Entertainment Earth has it cheaper and Big Bad Toy Store is reselling.
How much does Entertainment Earth have it for? It's $64.99 at Big Bad.
Night Sword is saying 50, but I don't think that's right.
That was more than that, yeah. I mean, we all tried, or most everyone tried to order on the stream.
60, though.
Yeah, 60 sounds right.
And I would assume if Big Bad Toy Store is doing that, they probably have a wholesale account with Entertainment Earth and are getting it even cheaper.
Yeah. So, hey.
So that would make more sense. I think it was supposed to be an Entertainment Earth exclusive based on what we saw.
It's 60 on Entertainment Earth, so they're upcharging $5.
Okay. I didn't see it pop up in my email through Entertainment Earth. I got it in my email on Big Bad, so I went ahead and ordered it. So
yeah, I think we ended up just hearing about it through the process of watching the SDCC news on Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, $60.
Yeah. And then we all fought server issues to bring up the page.
That was entertaining in a certain odd way, especially when every one of us was getting a different result when refreshing at the same time.
Yep. And poor Don couldn't get no matter what we were doing.
Unique experiences that only really resonate if you were there.
Yep.
So we have a new chart that shows the full lineup of Bumblebee toys from the Studio Series that's coming out.
Yeah, up through number 25. So an alarming number of those are Bumblebees, but at the same time, about a little more than half of those Bumblebees are exclusives of one form or another, such as what we were talking about just now.
Oh
so only two of the upcoming are going to retail.
They're completely honest with this. Look how small Jazz is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, a Pontiac Solstice is not a big car.
Yeah, and here's all the Bumblebees.
Pontiac Solstice is also a really nice-looking car. Like, I always thought that was a good choice for Jazz since, Porsche was off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the Volkswagen Bumblebee, but other than that...
Yeah. It's not for me. I'm fine with that.
I want to get the Shadow Raider, the orange lockdown retool. Yeah. Surprise. But also Dropkick, the helicopter, looks interesting to me too. Like, those were a couple things I didn't expect to be interested by going in.
Sure. Yeah. And once we see her characterization in the movie.
Oh, that'll probably ruin it, yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, that happened with The Last Night. There was a bunch of toys I was interested in before the movie, and then by the time I was done watching the movie, it's just like, no, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, true.
So this Ratchet is different how?
It's the Dark of the Moon variation of the colors instead of the movie one, I believe.
Okay, all right.
So we have Warrior Class. Is it all Warrior Class Cyberverse images?
I'm not sure.
So Windblade. So this is what, the $10 price point?
Warrior Class is 15, I think, still.
Yeah.
Acid Storm, which is good to see. Optimus Prime. What in the hell does he transform into?
Just
looks
him
like
laying
an
down.
ambulatory torso.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's the gimmick.
Megatron. Shockwave.
The Megatron doesn't look bad.
No, Scout Class Windblade. It shows her in Gerwalk mode.
Yeah, because the Scout class ones are the ones that only do like the half transformations.
It's so weird.
Right.
Slipstream also. Scout
Yeah,
class.
I don't actually know what the point of that is supposed to be.
It's cheaper. It costs less to do it. So
Okay, now see, Shadow
really
Striker,
weird.
the design looks interesting to me, but like I want something more like a Robots in Disguise warrior toy to represent it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Cyberverse stuff. It'll be interesting to see what that line does. Sort of. Not really. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably not going to buy most of these.
Yeah, this was the one thing where my interest waned the more I saw out of. I'll admit that in this case.
I mean, probably still good for your son, though.
Well, and that's the thing. If we walk through the aisle and he wants one, we'll pick him up. But whereas I was hoping to just grab these and force them upon him, I don't know that that's happening anymore.
So a bunch of stuff, Bumblebee stuff from SDCC. I'm not going to go into all of it, but new toys.
Well, the one thing everybody's latched on
The
to...
mask? Is it the mask?
We're still looking at the product stuff. Okay.
No, what
Well, okay, so from the product stuff, everybody kind of latched onto the Soundwave and Cassette's Target exclusives.
Yeah, so
Doombox.
So the Soundwave is retooled to have a grill and like a tuner.
To look more
I'm
80s.
trying to find a photo of it. So it's what, $50 at Target. It's not. It wasn't up when I checked. I thought it was supposed to be online, at least according to the podcast. But I couldn't find.
I mean,
it.
that's what they said, but that doesn't mean Target was actually playing along.
So yeah, here we go. So I really like the look of it. I kind of wish they had changed the tape cover to make it look less Cybertronian, to make it look more 80s. But
I kind of wish it was Sound Blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Soundwave. Yeah, I'm probably not going to pick this up. Although I like the way they designed the packaging, where the toy's built-in handle is what you pick it up by in the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of neat.
So there's new.
So I'm not going to get that,
too.
but I will probably get that cassette exclusive set. Even though it comes with a redundant Bumblebee that I would never actually buy otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's a Rumble or a Frenzy, depending on.
Officially, I believe it is Frenzy.
Okay.
And then it comes with Laserbeak and Howlback? Yeah, Howlback.
Hollerback? Hollerback, yeah.
I just want the Frenzy.
I didn't like those toys the first time. I don't think I need to buy them again.
I like Frenzy. Or Rumble, whichever one we got.
Yeah, I kind of drug my feet on getting the Soundwave just because, I've got Masterpiece Soundwave. I really didn't want another one.
Oh, you got another chance.
Yeah, but I do like the way it looks, and I might pick this up. Like, the packaging itself is worth a little bit of that, just for how nice it looks as far as the display.
Yeah, and if you do like the Fall of Cybertron G2 Bruticus and never take out the package, that's even better.
True. So there's also a Bumblebee mask. I think is $80. That's also a Bluetooth speaker.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw leaked stock photos of that just before SDCC. It looks really nice. I would never buy it.
Pretty sure it's not for sale now. Also, I think.
That may be a different. Maybe you're looking at the Hero Vision mask, which is the one that you slide the phone into, and it does the like VR experience.
The one that I saw, it looked like it's the same kind of packaging that the Thanos' Infinity Gauntlets or the Darth Vader mask. It looked exactly the same as that.
Ooh, there's a Bumblebee disc blaster, so I can shoot Dawn.
I think RFC Con 2 is going to be so terrible. I think what we've discovered here is that there's too many Bumblebee helmets coming out at once.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Hey, so if we do Radio Free Cybertron 2, when are we going to do it? I don't want to do it the same weekend as Joanna, like it unfortunately happened last year.
Because then otherwise maybe we can get Rob Springer to come up.
God, that would be so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I need plenty of time to plan it too. So
yeah, at Rob Springer or zonebase.org.
Yeah.
I missed it the last 2 weeks.
So I mean,
why don't we just plan on having it at Joanna? That way we.
I'm not going back to Joanna. Don.
I don't think I'm going either.
No offense against Joanna. It's just that now that I have kids, I have to really prioritize my time.
Yeah,
there's no way in heck I can make it back to Joanna.
Joanna for me is more about the social situation than the G.I. Joe part of it.
Yeah.
Yes, JoeCon proved that to be true.
Yeah.
Maybe we could consider like sometime in May for RFCCon 2.
Yeah, like I'm not going to a convention unless it's in Charlotte.
I think, May would be, probably fairly warm weather, but not too hot. It won't be cold. Ideally, it won't be raining or snowing the whole time.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I'll have the setup for it. So let's see what else we got going on. So Bumblebee movie live panel. So we found out that it's not Starscream, it's Blitzwing.
I have no problem with this. I am perfectly fine with this.
I am theorizing that the change from that being Starscream to Blitzwing was something that happened fairly late in the process.
I hope so.
Remember, Viacom's official blog post about the movie, the trailer, called out Starscream in the movie.
Right.
And then that was changed after the fan sites picked up on it. And everybody was asked to take that information down. So I think that's something that they elected to change late in the process. And, it's not that hard to go through and recolor the CGI if they feel like they have to make it look more Blitzwingy and, dub over the dialogue.
Cover up the mustache, too.
Just change the red to purple, and it'll be good.
And I'll be honest, I know there's some discussion out there on Starscream versus Blitzwing. I've seen all the stuff on Twitter, but I'm happy it's Blitzwing because one, I would like to see how they handle a movie style triple changer. I'm interested in seeing that.
They won't handle it as a toy.
They probably won't.
Yeah,
It's
just
be a jet.
Yeah, and two, I would like to see them not have to shoehorn a giant continuity wedge in why Starscream on Earth, and then again, I know this is they've adjusted some since the original concept of this being a prequel, but bad continuity fixes are worse than no continuity fixes in some cases, and I'm glad
Starscream be on Earth.
Well, I'm saying he could. It's just if
it's not really the narrative they presented leading up to the 2007 movie.
No,
is the thing.
No, but I mean, like Megatron was on Earth, so it's
he was also a popsicle.
Yeah, but it's entirely plausible that he came to Earth at some point looking for him.
But I just think you avoid a lot of potential plot holes by it being someone that wasn't in the first movies.
You can't have plot holes if you don't have a plot.
We can't say yet that's the case since it is different production.
No, we're talking about the Bayformer movies.
Okay, as you were then.
Yes. So
I have a tiny bit. I mean,
they revealed. The other thing they revealed is that the other two Decepticon characters, Dropkick and Shatter, I think, are also triple changers. So if the change from Starscream to Blitzwing is something to have a themed triple changer Decepticon team as the primary antagonist, I can really get behind that as an idea.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That seems a little bit more thoughtful than the usual random assortment we get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stan Bush music is going to be in the movie somehow. So, if you think about it, Marky Mark sang The Touch in Boogie Nights.
Yeah. He sure did.
Yeah, so they could never mind. So, yeah, I'm not going anywhere with that.
What they should do is get him to make an appearance in the movie and digitally de-age him to what he would have looked like then.
God, digitally de-aging is getting so good now that it's creepy.
It's very creepy.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like in Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was so just dead on that just odd. So, yeah. But that's the only stuff really worth mentioning from the panel, I think.
So various reports as the panel was going on made it sound like Travis Knight was taking every possible chance to poke fun at Michael Bay's style of making the movies. So
good.
I'm hoping that's a good sign that he is trying to break away and do something very, very different. And the response to the extended footage that they showed to the panel audience also seemed to go over resoundingly positively.
Good.
So,
good.
Fingers crossed. Maybe this will be the one.
So,
or too little, too late.
Oh, it probably is that, but maybe we can get one movie we can legitimately enjoy out of this before they fold it up and put it in a box,
like Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh God! So hey, Hasbro's rebounding from Toys R Us demise and planning to move their remaining production out of China. So they moved much of their production to Vietnam. Is the rest going to Vietnam?
There was no comment given yet about where they're going to go with their production. There had been some rumors over the past year that they might source some of their production out to India, which they'd already done in some form with G.I. Joe previously. So there may be some established working relationships there that they can leverage.
Ooh, there could be Fun School Transformers that are like way lower quality and crazy colors. That would be awesome. Hey,
well, that'd be good for the shampoo bottle ones, right?
It would be. So, but is part of this though to avoid the trade war that is potentially looming with China?
Well, it is, but I didn't want to actually allude to that in the T-Formers article because I don't want politics in my Transformers news websites.
Okay, just saying.
Or podcasts.
I'm not saying a thing. I'm not judging. No value judgment, but I just want to say.
No, the New York Post article, which I referenced for this post, did include that information, and I opted to omit that for reasons of keeping things light.
Yeah, okay. So there is that. Also, Mattel is cutting 22,000 jobs. Is that what you tweeted today, Chris?
2,200, I think.
I mean, that's a lot of jobs for them.
Yeah. That's not that great. I bet somebody there is hoping Hasbro's going to give them a call any day now.
Yeah. So, what about Mark?
Huh?
Mark.
Weber.
Hope maybe he can go back to Hasbro.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. He's always fun to talk to.
Yeah. So, to your point, the tweet was like, maybe Hasbro will call back. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Hasbro looks down at their phone, hits ignore, and just goes back to playing skee-ball or whatever they're doing.
You know, if they could get it at a good deal, I mean, owning those properties that they have and acquiring the licenses would be pretty good, but who knows where they are financially if they could afford it at this point.
Yeah. Especially after buying out Power Rangers and essentially taking over Saban brands or Saban
for a not insubstantial sum of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
So what else do we have going?
Hope that works out for him.
So we have in-hand photos of Retgar. So that exists.
Yeah, so the entertaining thing about this, remember we talked before about how this Retgar is coming with the accessory from the 2010 generation's Retgar, which of course this mold was never designed to use. So the instructions do suggest a way to store that in vehicle mode by using the 3mm clip and attaching it to one of the handlebars in vehicle mode, which looks absolutely stupid. So the photographers here, I don't remember which one of them it is, we've referenced two people's photos for this, found a much cleaner alternate way by plugging the combiner hand onto the back and threading the axe handle up through the thumb hole, and then angling that down so it looks like the same exhaust pipe configuration like the 2010 toy had.
That is
which I think might be the last picture in the set. If you keep going.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Does that not look 1,000% better?
Yes, it does.
And yet the instructions, which are also pictured in there somewhere, don't even come close.
No. Fan mode for the win.
Yeah. But that looks nice. I'm actually actively looking forward to getting one of those Retgars.
Okay. We have in-store sightings for the Walmart G1 reissues.
Since this post, there's been a few more, but it's mostly all in Canada so far, I think.
Sweet.
Also, Bumblebee's a licensed Volkswagen now.
Yeah, that's odd.
I couldn't find them on the Walmart website when they were supposed to be up, and then when I did find them, they were already sold out.
Yeah, I've heard similar accounts. I don't know if it's a case of, like, they went up and were never in stock, or if they really sold through that quickly, but I have my doubts.
And
so hopefully, I would like to get at least the mini bots, so hopefully they show up somewhere.
Yeah, those are the reasonably priced ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, question. Bumblebee, these toys have been packaged over the years in vehicle mode and also in robot mode, which is kind of weird to me. Because I always thought, especially G1, like they always package stuff in vehicle mode, but I actually just did a Google search just to confirm my suspicion, and there were instances when they were packaged in robot mode, I guess when they had the mini spies with them. But it's just odd to me that these new ones would be packaged in robot mode because that's what they do these days. So that's different.
Well, it's also different too, since these are based on the Encore releases, which all had new media resemblant faces sculpted for them.
Just weird.
I think the keychain releases of the mini bots several years ago might have also been packaged in robot mode.
I have one on the wall somewhere.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's somewhere, but yeah.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah. It's been a long road.
We did that bit already.
That was before.
Yeah, hey. Okay. You got mad at me for my cup joke.
Yeah, but I wasn't streaming when I did that.
Because that's like the 5th time we've heard that cup joke, Don.
Yes.
It's classic. And in all fairness, it's been a long road is also not a funny bit.
Yeah, and it's
because it's Enterprise.
So. Hey, so Transform Dream Wave TCW-07 and 8 upgrades for Starscream and Abominus. That looks pretty nice actually.
The Abominus is great. I love the TDW upgrade kits. Their first 2 were a little rough, and then once they did Superion and Computron, they nailed it.
I'm all about the capes.
Yes, I'm just glad somebody finally gave a combiner a cape.
I don't need the Starscream one. I that's the one I really don't feel like I need. But man, that Abominus one is looking really good.
That Abominus one has so many parts they might as well have just made a new Voyager.
I don't need that. I just need capes. I need my zone.
What's the extra parts that come with the Abominus upgrade kit? I can't figure out what
No, the shield is made out of the chest plate. There's extra parts seen on the individuals and in the layout.
They're different.
There's weapon parts
options
that don't seem to. Oh yeah, those are like a pre-order bonus, so you can get they're based on different design models. But there's also some parts in the Abominus layout which you can see used in the individual Terracons, but don't seem to have a place to go on Abominus.
We just need capes, like lots of capes.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the soft goods production line set up. They just need to turn one out for Predaking.
I really think Hasbro and Takara did the third parties a favor that do these upgrade kits, because now they don't have to worry whether it's the Hasbro or Takara version. It's all the same.
True.
Well, that does save some time.
Some intrepid third party company needs to do Zone-inspired upgrade kits for the combiners.
Yes.
And I am so surprised that we have not got that by now. It just, because not long after I joined RFC, I brought that up whenever I remember bringing it up. And because
one of y'all that was a bad idea then.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Watch Transformers Zone. It's a one episode of an anime that wasn't produced. It's an original video anime. It's awesome.
All the combiners have capes and armor, and it's awesome.
Yeah. It's where they introduced Diatlas.
Yeah, and because Chris, I remember you saying it would only be a good idea if it came with an alternate head for Predaking that you could take away half of it to show the brain that's sliced in half.
How can you be on a Transformers podcast and not know about Zone?
He's diecast.
It hurts me.
We would need the upgrade for Trypticon as well.
We did an episode about Zone once, like an entire episode.
Would that be for? Diecast was here though?
No, I don't think so. It was 2013. Was Diecast not here in 2013?
No, he would have been probably.
Yeah. It was.
So, you can pick it up at conventions. Diecast.
Or KFreddie.net/Amazon.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon?
I'm certain it is.
What is
Zone? Zone? I doubt it.
I bet
Didn't they include that? Didn't Shout Factory include that with one of the Japanese collection sets?
I think they included it on the Victory set.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I have the Victory set, so I can.
You just haven't watched it.
Watch Zone. It's a lot of fun for a.
It's justifiable to not watch Victory, being that it's Victory.
Yeah, Victory's kind of tough to watch.
Boring.
But Zone is one episode, so you're good.
Victory has a great theme song, though.
Yeah.
Headmasters.
Yeah,
is a better theme.
nothing's gonna beat Headmasters for theme song from
That is
It's
agreed.
up there.
Yeah, Master Force is a better show. But
I literally bought Legends Fortress Maximus just because there was a clip of the theme in
Right.
the electronics.
I wish I liked that
That's
toy more.
how bad I am at managing my money.
So DNA Designs, they're doing an upgrade set for Studio Series Megatron. Which
You can't see through him anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it does?
Well, that's the
A
most
couple other
important
things.
thing that it
I
does. But
skipped
you can
this toy,
also you can also replace the right arm with one that's not permanently in weapon mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I
don't.
could have got him when I got Brawl, and it's like I've sold every version of this toy I've ever had. I don't need it again, and I put it back.
I got it. I just don't need an upgrade kit for it. I don't even like this toy very much.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
you'd
not,
like it better with the upgrade kit.
it's not Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, you should buy it and find out.
Yeah, that's certainly
No,
a thing.
I actually want a Dark of the Moon Megatron. I really hope that Hasbro in their Studio series does a leader class Dark of the Moon Megatron.
Well, I mean, that's going to be dependent on if, as a robot, he'd be tall enough to justify being a leader toy.
He would. I think he would be.
Because, I mean, if they made that one a Voyager, maybe not.
Hey, so
Yeah.
breaking news, it sounds like Blast Off is shipping right now from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rob got his today, actually.
So if you ordered it, hopefully it'll start shipping. And if you want to buy it, you can go to tfradio.net/blast. It's currently unavailable.
Actually, you can't. Yeah, it's not available, so you
but
can't buy it
you can
right
add it to
now.
your wish list and buy it later. That would be great. What is available? So we also have tfradio.net/ is it Punch for Punch Counter Punch?
Well, you would be the one to know because you make the short links.
So
Yeah.
it is. You can pre-order that. It comes out in September, and it's $25. And then there is also Repugnus at tfradio.net/Repugnus, which comes out
Which
in
is
October.
supposed to come out in just a few days.
Oh, August
August 1st.
Yeah. So
And Nemesis Prime, I think, is also still available to order, but you still have to be a Prime member to get it.
true. That's at tfradio.net/Nemesis.
And also, if you want to sign up for a month of Amazon Prime to order that tfradio.net/Prime, you may
Yes.
be able to get a free 30-day trial also if you haven't done that in a couple of years.
Yes. So Repugnus is coming out in August, $24.99, tfradio.net/Repugnus. Hey, thanks everybody for making the best Amazon month we've had ever. Between like Transformers pre-orders and the Prime Day, it has been the best Amazon month we've had, which is awesome considering that Amazon has changed policies and payouts and everything that slowly dwindled down to not as much as it used to be. So it's very helpful. It helps us out. Plus taxes I got to pay on it. Oh my God. So
Yeah, set aside this month's proceeds.
Yeah.
Pay the tax bill.
tfradio.net/Amazon. Anything you buy, Amazon will send a very small amount back to me to help cover the cost of the show. So we
So
will
Brian-
try to.
So, Brian, I understand we have some new shirts at the shirt store.
Oh my God, John! Why don't you actually tell us about these? Since you're there, if you're there.
I am here. I'm making advertisements for said shirts right now. I'm listening to you guys
Nice.
do podcasting things. So if you go to shirtsicle.com, that's like popsicle, icicle, but shirtsicle, like a shirt on a stick. .com, and you look at the homepage, you will see a professional robot collector shirt, which is one of our shirts at the TF Radio
Is
store.
a bestseller, yeah.
You
Matt's
can
wearing it
also
now.
you can also go to shirtsicle.com/TF Radio, or you can go to our website, tfradio.net. We have, I think, now 10 designs up on the TF Radio store. For
And the drop
Shirtsicle.
down says show 1,000, so hopefully that means we can have 1,000 designs. I'm going to start.
Yeah. If my career takes a horrendous turn, we will get to 1,000 shirts.
Hey, I'm going to start.
First
I'm going to start.
case.
I'm going to start putting some up there. So I need your input on like what format and everything.
Hashtag get Unicron made.
So
No,
all
we're past that.
shirts are 100% pre-shrunk cotton. You can upgrade to a soft
I love
feel.
the soft feel. So good.
And they go from anywhere from small to let's see here,
5XL?
Yeah, 5XL. 5XL. So they're very accommodating. They're made by the guys who do pro wrestling tees. They make gazillions of tees every day, all day for professional wrestlers, so they know what they're doing. Very high quality, direct print of the artwork that you see on your screen. They are as good in real life as they are on your screen.
So they are very nice.
Be confident. And as XV alluded, we've got a couple of new designs on the site. As of this week, we have a nice G2 flavored robot collector shirt and a shirt that mimics a certain bat with a removable head from about 30-ish years ago,
31.
Something like that. And oh my god, and
Don needs that shirt.
He does
right now.
Oh my god, he does.
Some slightly adjusted stats because said 31-year-old bat stats weren't so great. I feel bad for him. So anyway, if you want to be a master of things related to your cranium, perhaps, you can check that one out, the Master Stats shirt. So yes, we have G2 Robot Collector and Master Stats. Those are new as of this week. Check them out. The G2 Robot Collector in particular is a very lovely shade of dark purple.
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
Spiffy. It's very spiffy. So
and icy ring orange.
Or shirtsickle.com/tfradio or tfradio.net. You support the show by buying a shirt. You look great, and we feel even better when Brian's PayPal account soars to the heavens.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you very much for your support. So.
Yeah. Hey, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and order those other 2 shirts because I need those. So that'll make 5, I think, of the shirts that I have right now. 5 of 10.
So you can wear one every day of the work week.
Yeah, actually, if I could wear T-shirts at work, I absolutely would.
Could you wear it with a tie? Does that make it formal enough?
Okay, so John, I can say this. So the T-shirts that I can wear at work either have to have the brand of the company on it or a school. So if there was a shirt that mimicked like a university shirt, any university, I could get by wearing that.
Okay.
Like Robot Transformers University,
school?
Perhaps?
Yeah.
Ooh, talk to Ant.
Yeah, that's true. So, God, we can't do Transformers University. Darn it, Ant. Like,
no, we can't.
No, we can't.
School for
Transformers Community College.
Yeah, there you go.
Transformers Technical Institute.
Nice. TFCC.
Cybertronian Technical Institute.
Yes, I like that. So
CIT.
Yeah. CIT. But yeah, awesome. Thanks, John. Yeah, those shirts are great. I'm going to order those, and I'll have 5 of them. Let's see here. Chris, what's on T-Formers this week? There's a lot.
Well, so Rob has part 3 of his Predaking review up now, which is Rampage. So he's making his way through that. I believe he's got 2 more videos to go, 1 more Predacon, and then Predaking itself, which is looking to be a staggering feat to actually get together and shoot. We also have coverage of Hasbro's Q2 corporate conference call, which talks about Cyberverse going on Cartoon Network, some news about Transformers 6, Bumblebee, and more. We also have a lot of San Diego Comic-Con video content. So we've got a couple of interviews, one with John Warden, one about the upcoming trading card game with Wizards of the Coast. And then we have some booth coverage videos for the Generations display and the diorama that they constructed for that. And then finally we have video coverage of the Bumblebee movie panel that happened in Hall H on Friday or Thursday, one of those 2 days. So there's a lot to check out, and that's all available on the T-Formers YouTube channel, T-Formers TV.
Cool. Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? Page is loading, sorry.
Way to go, Don.
You know, Don, you had that whole time that the what's on T-Formers is getting read off to prepare for this.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about something. I'm sorry.
Buying a shirt?
Possibly. RFC Extra, episode 44, San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro Transformers panel. Chris, myself, Rob, and Jason are joined by Eric, as well as Anthony from TFU Info, to discuss all the reveals from Transformers by panel at San Diego Comic-Con, or at least discuss all the toys they showed before the panel started, because there weren't any surprises in the panel itself. RFC Extra 45, RFC Extra Saucy. Immediately after the end of San Diego Comic-Con 2018 Transformer Brand Panel live stream, Jason, myself, Rob, Chris, Eric, and Anthony from TFU Info continue to sit around a while and talk through some of the issues they feel with Transformers right now. What they missed from the lines gone by, what the line currently may not be offering them, and even how ultimately it's not just Hasbro or the official product creating this feeling. RPG Lessons Learned, Episode 64, Hagsville, Pathfinder. To get their Pathfinder campaign back on track, Dusty steals a classic horror movie plot and rolls a group right down a trail. Rail, sorry.
It's a game on a rail. Hey, you can find this episode show notes at tfradio.net/581. Leave us a voicemail at 931-99-GO-BOT. It's 931-994-6268. You can also send us a text, like our buddy John did, that I read at the beginning of the show. You're awesome, John. Thank you. If I haven't mentioned it before, John is the guy who, back in the late 90s, used to convert RFC over to CD so he could listen to it in his car. That's dedication.
Now that's dedication.
That's dedication.
Yeah, it is.
So you can find Rob Springer at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. He's working on his Halloween stuff right now because Halloween is Rob's jam.
That's his favorite, yeah.
Far and away. You can find us on Twitter at TFRadio, at Facebook.com/TFRadio, and on Instagram at TF Podcast. I am personally on Twitter at BKilby and on the Instagrams at Brian Kilby. And I just posted a new episode of the Happy Daily. I'm going to do a video later this week. You can find all of that stuff at BrianKilby.com. Also, at BrianKilby.com, I haven't posted it yet. I am going to post a movie that I have hidden away and never shown anybody except for like 2 people that I made in 2009. It's horrible. But I'm going to post it to the website just so people can see it. They remade it. It was so bad and I was not invited back to the remake, but everybody else was. If that tells you anything.
That hurts.
Yeah, that hurts. So it's 26 minutes of your life that you'll never get back. Hey, and before...
Oh, so it's the first RFC.
That was 9 minutes of your life that you'll never get back.
And that was way too much, even that.
So before we move along, Don wants to say something. So, Don...
Yeah, I
don't
just
make
want
me
to
regret this.
Oh, you won't. Just let everybody know, if you're going to be in the Roanoke area on August...
I'm regretting it.
On Saturday... on Saturday... Oh, it's got me. It's Saturday, August 4th at the Berglund Center. It's the Big Lit Comic-Con in Roanoke, Virginia. I plan on being there. I'm helping a friend move. Yeah, I plan on helping this person move. They're moving down here from Roanoke, and I'm going to help them move, but I'll be up there for the day. And if I can still get into it, I will have my Radio Free Cybertron shirt on.
Awesome.
So if you're going to be in the area and you're going to be going to the Big Lit Comic-Con at the Berglund Center in Roanoke, please look for the RFC shirt. If not, look for me. I'll probably stand out in some fashion. So
you'll be the tallest person in the room unless Hydra's there for some reason.
Just punch him in the arm, and if you tell me you did it, I'll give you a shout out on RFC Reviews.
The odds are that Don is a much bigger person than you. So I probably...
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he's a teddy bear, so it's not like he's going to come after you. So just punch him.
Do you realize how much pent-up rage and frustration I've been sitting back to?
I've seen Don get angry. It's not pretty.
I would not mess with Don.
No, it's not.
Imagine my dealer room. Imagine my dealer room exuberance turned into rage.
I don't have to imagine, Don. I was there.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully I'll see you there. Come up and shake my hand, give me a shout out, say you suck, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Hey Don, how do people find you otherwise?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
John. That John D everywhere.
D everywhere.
He's here because he's typing in the chat. But okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I was muted. I'm polite. Listen, let's pull back the curtain for 5 seconds. Any kind of like, what is it? Peripheral noise? Is that a thing? I got a deep vocabulary. I misuse it all the time. Anyway, any kind of noise like knocking your feet on the ground, breathing, the sound of your existence. If it's not like on topic on the podcast, Brian rages.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So I mute.
Especially to Don. Lately.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you would not believe the nasty things he was. You would not believe the nasty things he was saying to us about RFC Extra 44 in our email list.
I just said it was a good show. It's a good show. My only problem was when somebody was beating on the microphone, which was Don.
That was probably me. I was a little exuberant at that point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a good show. It's a good show. Jason, how do people get a hold of you?
Probably the best thing to do is just go to Jason S. Kirk, where you can find on my social media, because given the hot dumpster fire Twitters lately, who knows if I'll even want to be on it in a week. So just go there, you'll find me.
Well, hey, Jason, one quick question. How did the Everlasting Gobstop go for the tunnel scene? How did that go?
It was magical, Don. Every second was absolutely fantastic. Definitely one of my favorite things. Actually, the Inventing Room after was probably one of our best shows, but there's a lot of fun stuff that was done during the production of that scene. So if you want to hear any of it, everlastingminute.com. It was a lot of fun.
So actually, one thing that our buddy Cat Max Gaming reminded me of, Eric also was fiddling with a toy that was really, really grated on my nerves too. So
yeah.
That's just Eric, though. He kind of does that.
Yeah. Matt, how do people get a hold of you?
They don't.
Melvar, 3Ls, 2Rs on Twitter.
I mean, see, I would respect Melvar's privacy and, his wish for his contact information not be published, but that's just me.
Yeah. Chris?
What did I just say?
Okay.
He didn't even respect my wish to not have contact information.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2, and you can follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast, and you can see my reviews on tfradio.net/reviews.
So in the chat, Blade Raider said, that was Eric. It bugged me the whole time. Yes, toy fiddling is horrible.
Remember, you can send Eric feedback about his performance on the podcast on Twitter at Eric Crowbar.
Yes.
Do we have his permission?
Who cares?
I don't care. It's Eric.
Yeah.
Brian, also, before we go, since you're buying shirts, make sure you buy an extra one for Chris Triplett, and then make sure he wears it, because there's no reason he should not be wearing one of our shirts.
Yes, I agree.
That's true.
I agree. Actually, funny enough, when we did the old shirt, the blue one that you helped pull together, Diecast, all my friends locally bought one, which I think is because I begged people to buy one because we had a minimum purchase order that we had to make.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Triple had one of those, but he doesn't have one of these.
Well, Brian, can we get that remade using the shirt sickle stuff now?
Don, why would we want an RFC 15th anniversary shirt?
Well, I mean, not the 15th. I mean, I'm just saying the basic.
That's what it was. It was an RFC 15th anniversary shirt.
Is it? Because I don't remember this shirt saying 15th anniversary on it.
It's on the logo.
No, it's not. The logo on the front is just RFC Radio Free Cybertron.
I thought it was the 15th anniversary shirt. Okay.
Look.
Okay. Well, I guess not. Yeah. We could, I guess. I don't know. Actually, John,
just as I pull toys from nowhere to demonstrate my point,
you have to
even my shirts obey my every command.
If we had that in orange, would you rather have that in orange?
Hell yes.
Okay, good to know.
Well, if we can have 1,000 shirts, why not both?
You could have 1,000.
Actually, John, could we do a variant of the G2 Robot Collector shirt where it's an orange background with the purple text? Just reverse the colors?
Yeah.
John, an RFC review
really
shirt. An RFC review shirt in orange. Because we already have that logo, and that would be awesome. And then Chris would have to wear an RFC review shirt.
Not if I get my orange G2 Robot Collector shirt instead.
We have the G2. We have the G2 RFC logo as well.
And I would kind of like a shirt for my show, but since it's going monthly, I don't really think that would be a good use of shirt resources.
I'm going to design a Taco Bell sinkhole shirt, so I think there's opportunity. If we have 1,000,
I'm buying that one.
Center of the shirt to represent a literal sinkhole. It's just missing a chunk in the middle of the shirt.
We will sell one of them, and it'll be to me, and I'll be okay with that. Yep. Okay.
A t-shirt store is a terrible thing to give someone with as little personal responsibility as Brian Gilby.
This is true. Anything else?
Or a bunch of geeks like us.
Mm-hmm. Anything else, guys? Nope, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, an RFC review shirt would be great. If we already have it, John, how long does it take to actually go through the process of submitting a shirt if you already have it designed?
2 weeks, something like that.
Not to get it out, like just to submit it.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
It takes 2 weeks to get shirt designs approved?
Yeah.
I'm not saying approved. I'm just saying
that seems like a long turnaround time.
to upload it.
Well, how many people do they make shirts
it
for?
takes once you have it ready, a couple minutes to upload it, but then it'll be 2 weeks before it shows up online.
Okay.
I want a shirt that says "I produced." There goes my money.
Well, here come all the dong shirts designed by Brian.
Yes. Like the one that Sean did. That's like the Dawn Matrix. I would absolutely do that as a shirt.
Brian, I'm going to drop off video if you want to cycle Don back in or something.
Oh yeah, I need to actually stop the recording while I'm at it too.
BRB.
Hey, well, you know what, John? You could do some Street Fighter shirts using the new Street Fighter toys. If that wouldn't be like an issue, like
you got to scrub that stuff on. Got to think third party.
Yeah.
Yeah, think outside the box. Think like Taobao. Put it in the baggie instead.
Jason needs a third party Gilby shirt.
If I think outside the box, I'd be in the sinkhole. Because, Taco Bell, think outside.
That's a good time. Yeah, the Master shirt, I'm definitely getting that. I'm going to get the G2 shirt. If you need another G2 shirt, I'll get that. Dang it, I'm going to have to buy 2 of those G2 shirts. I mean,
Cybertron Technical Institute, I like that.
I like that one.
Cybertronian Technical, yeah, that's great.
The I'm a G1 guy shirt was going to be my next purchase, but now it's going to be those 2.
I like to put Massey on a shirt, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You never expect the Massey attack.
Have we sold toys of giant robots from outer space yet? Any idea, John? I guess we have, because it's not the not the last one on the list. I'm pretty sure that other one sold. So. I know we sold in my other car's mint and sold box case C10 case fresh because I have it.
True.
But the most popular ones are the Robot Collector and the G1 RFC shirt.
Oh,
which is what I got.
I know
that G2 RFC shirt is awesome.
Yeah,
or the G2.
Yeah, those are the 2 I got, but I will very, very shortly be adding a G2 version.
It's amazing. Yeah. I love it.
And a Headmaster stats version.
Oh! If you look at my position, the position must be as of late, because the G1 RFC shirt's number 1, the Master stats and the G2 are number 2 and 3, and the Professional Robot Collector is number 4, and that's the one that's currently on the Shirtsicle top sellers list.
Yeah, I like to have a shirt along the lines of giant transforming robots have been helping me avoid reality since 1984.
Yes,
that works.
Well, that's like so it's like my anti-drug. It's like the anti-reality. Like that, my anti-drug was like such a short-lived campaign from 2003 or so. Yeah. but it sticks with me.
High on Life. That was big when I was in like elementary school.
That's like this is your brain. This is your brain on Transformers.
I was going to say this is your wallet. And it's full of money. And then the second one is this is your wallet on Transformers.
There goes my money.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
John, did you hear that? That's a good one. That's a good one, John.
Print it.
Yeah. It's like the top is the full wallet, open with a full wallet. The bottom is an empty wallet with a little moth flying out. And in the middle is TGMM. There goes my money.
Yes, yeah, I like that. It could be this is my wallet on Transforming Robots, TGMM. Because it'd probably be too complex to do the before and after.
Ooh, I like Blade Raiders.
Yes. Dare to believe you collect toys.
Okay, I'm stealing these.
That's awesome, Blade. I love that.
Yeah, disclaimer, chat. Any ideas you give us in the chat, we are free to take. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm stealing them.
Yes.
We will credit you when we steal your idea, but you will see no money from this.
Dotonomics bought me this shirt. Oh, how about this? I've been collecting Transformers since 1984, and all I got was this lousy shirt.
It works.
John, I'm putting shirt ideas in the show notes document.
Where are you putting it at the end?
No, it's above the actual show notes. There's some like above.
Oh, Brian! Okay. I just had an idea. It may be too complicated for what we're doing.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We recreate the '86 movie poster.
Yes, it's complicated.
With us, and it's Radio Free Cybertron, and we're just recreating the movie poster.
Yeah, but none of us are artists, right? I mean, John is he's a designer, like, but he's not like a cartoonist.
Illustrator.
Yeah.
I could have somebody I know do it, but it would just come out as anime. That's all she does.
Hey, I'm down for being anime. That'd be great.
Animated.
Yeah. You know, somebody sent me an email.
Don has to be RC though.
No, I want to be Tuxedo Don. I want the top hat. I want the cape, glasses. You know.
What should be Don?
No chibi. No chibi. I don't like super deformed.
Somebody said.
All right, so if there's.
Go ahead. That's fine.
I was gonna say. If there's Sean, if you're getting any other artists besides Sean who wants to do this stuff, let's start hitting us with it.
So actually, I got an email 2 weeks ago from a guy who was offering designs, and I've just been so terrible that I haven't had a chance to follow up. So,
will he do it for exposure?
Oh, his stuff is really good. We probably can't afford that. Like he is.
Yeah, are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he has designed a lot of. He's an illustrator.
Hey John, can you just take like a week off to get all these shirts made and updated for us? I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh,
John has a life and family and.
Hey Brian, when the Hasbro became officially owned the Transformers Collector's Club, the TFCC was all over the logos on the boxes. What if we had the Amazon link in small print on all the shirts? Would that help any?
I don't know. I have no idea.
There's probably a limit to how much stuff. I mean, John would be able to speak on that better, but there's probably a limit to how much stuff you can put on the shirt.
Actually,
yeah.
We wouldn't need to, because if we just had the RFC website and we somehow make the Amazon link more prevalent,
print a QR code on the shirt.
I love QR codes. Brian hates them.
Nobody uses them.
I do.
I've never found a really good application for them.
Diecast is the only person. Like in my company, we used to try to push them. Then we realized that nobody ever used them.
Yeah. My phone doesn't even have a scanner for them.
You have to install it.
Dave, although I must say, once Brian told me that no one uses them anymore, they started going away. So he was absolutely right. But
he made them go away to verify his narrative. Yeah.
I was just an early adopter of it, and I was like, oh, this is a great idea, and I've always used it since I first figured out what it was.
And Gilby was an early abandoner.
Yeah.
His poor kids.
The only time I see it used is in like closed environments, like at big trade shows and stuff. You know, there'll be like a QR code on your badge, and people scan it, and it's just like a very specific closed environment. But
actually, Make Toys was using that for a while. When you bought one of their cross-dimension figures, you got the card, which was the augmented reality thing that you sort of scan it, and it shows you. And then also, Moss Toys, I think, their instructions were from a QR code link on the box. There was no actual instructions in the box. You used a QR code to get the instructions.
Yeah, that's real good then whenever whatever's hosting those instructions goes away.
Yeah.
What's Make Toys doing these days? Where are they at? I'm not paying attention.
Make Toys is still around.
Yeah, and they just showed off their new Galvatron in the cross-dimension line.
They have a brainstorm coming out.
Yeah, and
hopefully that gets refined a little more because it didn't look very good.
Yeah. And I believe there's a Rodimus to go. As I was saying, there's a Rodimus to go with that Galvatron, which I'm guessing. Like I said, I'm guessing this new Galvatron aesthetic is like they're showing pre-movie their Optimus and their Megatron as your pre-movie characters, and this Galvatron will probably be, and with probably a matching Rodimus is your post-movie aesthetic. So that's probably what they're going for there.
Or Galvatron just looks that way because it's a Unicronian design.
That's very
That
true.
would actually make more sense.
Yeah. But you still want Galvatron and Rodimus to kind of have a similar design motif so they kind of fit together in the same...
Not necessarily.
No, you want them to contrast because they're polar opposites.
Yeah, Rodimus is sane.
Yeah, Rodimus didn't have to go.
One is created by Unicron. One is created by the Matrix.
Yes.
I love Shuffler. He's so nice.
He is so nice.
You all right?
I'll be right back.
Going to make sure Kim's not pulling her hair out.
Actually, Kim's not at home because she's been with her mom who just had surgery, but I think she's coming back. She's coming back this evening.
Oh, so where are the kids?
They're with my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got vacation Bible school this week.
Oh, yeah. Which, again, it's VBS for short. And
Thank you.
Kim was teaching that a couple years ago, and Dusty had asked where Kim was because she wasn't here. I'm like, she's teaching VBS. And he was like, she's teaching Visual Basic Script, huh?
Cool.
He had no...
That sounds like a Dusty thing to say.
Yeah, so... But, yeah, I'll be right back.
I would have been totally lost on that, too, to be honest.
Well, you kind of... I think Vacation Bible School is probably more of a Southern thing.
No.
I would... It's not...
We have them around here.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely have them around here.
It's definitely more of a church thing because I've seen them everywhere.
It's a Christian thing.
I try to stay away from those church things.
Except the bake sales. The bake sales are awesome.
Not going to disagree.
Well, I mean, it's like my grandmother, my dad's mom, had an old Baptist cookbook that all the ladies back in the late 70s got their recipes together and made a cookbook and sold at the church. And my dad got hers when she passed away. Mom used that thing. Has some of the best recipes in it, but they are so far from being even remotely close to healthy. There's a cake recipe in there. It's a boiled butter icing cake. There's two sticks of butter in the icing, and a stick of butter in the cake.
Nothing wrong with butter.
So it's not healthy, but it's delicious.
Nothing wrong with butter.
But yeah, it kind of begs for coffee to get through it because it's so rich.
I put butter in my coffee.
What? Really?
Oh yeah, that's a big keto thing.
John, I think you're trying to butter us up.
Okay. All right.
So is that the replacement for sugar?
No, not necessarily.
Only diecast would think butter is a replacement for sugar.
Well, what else? Why else would you put it in your coffee? I don't.
To thicken it, give you a little.
Just use less water.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know if you'd be doing that, but no, we actually instead of sugar we use erythritol, which doesn't really sweeten coffee very much.
It sounds like a rust preventative or something. It's like use erythritol and your stuff won't rust. How is he diecast? And I am. Well, now is that Toro or is that Hellion?
This is Toro.
Okay, Toro is the X-Transbots, right?
Yeah.
He's the one with the backpack.
He's got a little bit of a backpack. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, because the Hellion version...
I've seen worse.
I like how he looks. and I think the joints are really tight. My main problem or nitpick actually is the same for both of them. It's just plain gray plastic. To me, looks cheap. I think the only plastic that actually gets away with that is black, like Masterpiece Bumblebee. This just looks like half done to me.
Yeah. Game Workshop gray, basically.
Yeah, it's just two different shades of gray that look very non-masterpiece, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. He needs some battle damage paint. That's what he needs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's some battle damage.
I'm thinking about getting the. Well, I know Hellion was the exclusive. It's the other company's Cliff Jumper that's getting ready to come out. I can't remember who's doing it though.
There's another company?
Yeah, it's
dude, there are like 5 Cliff Jumper masterpieces coming out.
I only knew of the 2.
Reaching Springer levels.
Yeah, well now that one had a yellow repaint and the other one does too, but hang on, let me see if I can't remember which one it was. This is going to drive me
all
crazy.
those Springers ever actually come out?
No, not all of them.
5 of them did, right? And I think one of them still up for pre-order somewhere.
The MMC one is still up for pre-order.
That's still a much higher positive rating than I was expecting.
How many do you have, Diecast?
I have Fans Toys, Toy World, Big Spring, if you count him.
I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, really. It's more... But that's just me.
It walks the line. Yeah.
All right.
I had more than 3.
You must have more than 3.
I'm pretty sure you had more than 3. I think you're up to 4 or 5.
You have Alan, right? You say Alan?
Alan. Yeah.
4.
Alan.
So I have 4.
And someone just announced another one a couple weeks ago.
Oh, for crying out loud.
The MMC one was 5. Which one am I missing?
Now, was that another one announced, or was that the last remaining one that we haven't seen anything of in like a year and a half?
Yeah,
it was in the third-party panel. Let me bring up the slides.
Because there was 6, wasn't there? So
there were 6, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Diecast, the other one is by Ocular Max.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
that's
the black
MMC.
Yeah.
The Ocular, the black one is called Hellion, which I think was a exclusive at TFCon.
Don's still talking about Cliff Jumpers, I think.
The Cliff Jumper. Yeah, the Ocular Max was the other company doing one that has a lot less of a backpack on it.
That's what I mean. Ocular Max and X Transbots are the only 2 that I'm aware of.
Also, Magic Square, I think, didn't they announce a Legends?
I say we talked about this on RFC one time, and I posted links to like 4 of them. Yeah, and that was a while ago.
And I'm sure we'll see a Cliff Jumper version of that little Bumblebee you showed off earlier too.
I hope so. Yeah.
I hope they make it its own thing, though.
X Transbots, that's right.
That's just what I was going to say. Yep.
Yeah.
Virtus.
So, that's the next. The Ocular Max or the MMC one, and the X Transbots are the 2 that didn't come out yet. So that's 6.
Yeah. The next third party I'm looking forward to. I want to see some in-hand photos first. Is that Skids?
I would like to see the next member of the DJD from Mastermind Creations, but they're too busy releasing Tarn in the 5th frickin' deco. So
that's how they're.
Which I still need to get him, so it's probably good they're doing that.
That's how they're paying for Helix and Tesserus. So
really, because they've been trying for a while now, and we haven't seen anything.
Yes, but did you see how big that one is? It's very expensive.
Yeah, we're reaching fans project levels of project incompletion here.
I don't think we're that bad yet.
Let's see. When did I buy the Synicus off of Diecast? The first TFCon Chicago,
2013.
Which I
maybe 14, 2014.
I was gonna say I don't think it was that long ago. Whew.
So yeah, okay, 4 years. Yeah, they've been working on this line, and we have 3 characters. That sounds pretty fans project to me.
And they also reissued the gun, the sniper rifle guide. They went back and reissued that again.
That's Senecis. They've released him he's had at least 3 releases. Anarchus has had at least 2, and I think 3, and Tarn has had 3.
When the other 2 come out, they'll probably re-release them all again too, I would think.
Well, actually, wouldn't Tarn have 4? Regular version, asterisk version,
no,
Colossus.
Just regular Tarn has had 3 releases.
Just Tarn.
And then they've had the asterisk mode, and the Thunderclash, and the upcoming Machine Wars Optimus, and the upcoming Roller.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Roller.
Is Roller's another version of that same mold?
Yes.
I couldn't tell from the really low quality render they presented it with.
Yep, it's just the Thunderclash, Machine Wars Optimus in different colors. I think a different head.
Yeah, I went ahead and pre-ordered that Machine Wars Optimus because it's going to be probably either real pricey to get when it comes out for a while.
I have enough of it. I have two different Tarns and a Thunderclash. I'm done. I sold my Asterix one that I got at TFCon to go towards Terminus Giganticus, and I picked up the Thunderclash, and I'll have the Machine Wars version because Tarn doesn't mean much anything to me because I'm not reading the books. But
you're a terrible person because Tarn is awesome, even if you don't read the books.
Tarn is pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that Savant, that Skids. It's just the arms not being the same blue as the body is still bugging me. But someone said that was based on the cartoon appearance, and I said, "Yeah, I forgot to check the 2 screenshots you could see of Skids in the series to check the arms."
And one of those, he was part of a throne.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I just kind of wanted. The 2-tone blues were kind of throwing me off, but I don't see Skids being the next Springer. Everybody rushing to make the next Skids. And just, for some reason, I don't see that happening.
You say that.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've said it, it'll happen, but I like Skids. I like the toy. It's a fun little toy. And I've got the silver version from, it's not whatever they were doing. It wasn't Encore at the time. It was eHobby, whatever it was. But
Crosscut.
Crosscut. Yeah, Crosscut. But I want the Skids. I want to see this Fans Toys. Is it Fans Toys Trailbreaker? I think Fans Toys is the one Trailbreaker that's not come out yet. Because I want a Trailbreaker to go with my hoist. I got the X-Transbots hoist because I really like the way.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Ocular Max Trailbreaker, Don?
One of them is I think either Ocular Max is the one that's too complicated that I don't want to dive into.
No, that's Bad Cube.
That's Bad Cube.
Okay,
it's always Bad Cube.
Yeah,
it really is.
There's one in which the blacks on Trailbreaker do not match. It's like a gloss black and a flat black, and it really visually is jarring to me, and I don't like the way the color. There's very little color on Trailbreaker in general, except for his highlights. But when your blacks start matching up and it's distracting you from what little color there is, I mean, Trailbreaker is one of my favorite toys, and he didn't get a lot of in the series, but I've always liked Trailbreaker. So I get he's like me, he's fat and slow, but he's tries to be happy. So there's that.
The wheels are terrible on the Ocular Max Trailbreaker because
not rolling.
They don't want to stay down.
Yeah,
so it's
won't roll.
Yeah, I have that one. I'm just not. I'm not sure where it is.
Hoist is not one of my favorite characters. I like Hoist, especially because of Decepticon Raider and King Arthur's Court. But I like the X-Transbots version of Hoist because I think it did a really good job, plus all the accessories. But Trailbreaker is the one. I don't know why. I just kind of want him to be right, and I haven't seen the one yet that I want to drop the money for and be right.
I think Fans Toys will be that one, but who knows when that'll ever come out.
Yeah, it's we're starting to see, and this has been brought up on a lot of people, both on Twitter, on YouTube, and a lot of places, how we're seeing more and more renders and more stuff, but stuff takes that much longer to get out. It's like, we don't know how to plan for this stuff because you're showing us
there's so much competition. The companies want Diecast is pretty loyal to Fans Toys. So Fans Toys is, of course, going to go, hey, we're doing this eventually. Don't buy it from anybody else because we're making it.
Exactly.
It might take 18 years, but we're going to get there eventually.
So they just want to throw something up to say, we're not going to take your money now. We'll take it later. Just give us a while to get there.
Yeah, it's coming. Just be patient. Buy our stuff, not theirs. Yeah.
Of course, Diecast just buys everybody's stuff, so that's not really a good example either.
Yeah.
So I have total confidence in my Dinobots since Snarl's head is completely off in the package.
Oh.
This should go great.
Oh. Don, I'm guessing the answer to that question is an immediate no.
Okay. I just was wondering because there were some parallels in that I thought maybe, that was along the same lines.
Just a guess.
Oh, no. No, I wasn't even paying attention.
Okay.
Rodimus Supreme suggests that Diecast is literally funding all of KO's and third party.
I mean,
whether knowingly or otherwise.
Yeah. And Malum M says, hurry up and buy it. They usually announce the official after a week after you buy it. Actually, I've been pretty lucky and not had an official, just like what happened with Brian Kilby. It's like buying the Takara Optimus and then announcing, the American.
No, he never actually bought it. He was about to.
I know, but I'm just saying I've been lucky and not had I just bought this. Well, we're releasing, this, and it's like, well, crap. So
I just did that, and I think I deserve a thank you because I bought the yellow Devastator after they released it for like the third time, and I'm like, I guess we're not getting an orange one. I'll get the yellow one. And then, a couple weeks later, here's the orange one.
Thank you for spending your money, Diecast.
Yeah. So how is the Toy World quality? I mean, Toy World generally is pretty good to me. There's been a few hits or misses, but some of their throttle bots are still really solid figures.
Yeah, when that orange one goes on clearance for like 50% off, I might look into it.
I generally don't like Toy World's quality.
Yeah.
I think it is good on Devastator. It certainly wins the Tool Award because you need one of these to transform it, and it's tabtastic. It holds together very well. It's a very nice Devastator unit. But yeah, it's one of the hardest transformations I've had to do. Not in complexity, just in actually like being able to move the panels where they need to go.
That doesn't sound to be fun.
Well, let me ask you, Diecast. What do you think would be better in your? Because when it comes to third party, you are in some areas a lot more knowledgeable than I am as far as some of this stuff goes. Should I wait for the Jinbao to do the orange? Because I do like those designs that they are cribbing, of course, from Generation Toys, I think. Or do I go with the Toy World? Which one do you think?
I don't know if they'll do the orange. If I knew they were going to do the orange, I would probably say wait. But I think the Toy World is more
accessible.
Even though it's like Studio Ox designed, it's more G1 than the Gravity Builder design.
Okay.
Hey guys, so people watching live, I got to end the stream because I got to go. I got to make a run to the store, so I'll still be around for a second, and you guys can continue your conversation. But unfortunately, I just got to go. So
bye, stream audience.
Bye, stream
audience.
Everyone.
Bye. Take care, everybody.
I'm gonna drop off here in a couple minutes too.